My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Jacob and I are going to break down the entire UFC Rio fight card, giving you our picks, our predictions, our bets, and our DraftKings Fantasy Plays. But before we break down this card, let the boys brag about the last card. Jacob and Betsan had a phenomenal night. I had a tiny bit of a blunder. I was a little too confident in Mohammed Ankalaev, but the lock of the week hit. Betsam's slam of the week hit, 3.54 units of net profit, a 16% ROI. And on a card that had a bunch of wild underdogs, for the most part, we avoided the landmines. Only got caught up with Ankalaev losing and Patchy Mix, just generational disappointment out of that guy. Jacob, you're on a heater. What have you changed in your life? Something's going on. You're crushing it. Live stream bets, regular bets, you're crushing it. What's the secret? What have you changed? A new routine? You snapping one off right before you put the bet? What are we doing? What are we doing different? Are you doing that thing that the choke right before you're about to go, and then you nut, and then you get the clarity? Was that the thing you were talking about? Is that what's happening with the bets? I need to know your secret. Was it the thing where you tie a rope around it like a bull? Oh, that was it. Okay. That was what it is. Okay. Well, they've been crushing it. Jake has been crushing the live bets. Jake has been crushing the
We've
premium
been on money
bets.
like I think it's 9 or 10 straight streams, including Contender Series, which is I should be awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom or something. Purple Heart. Right. I already got a couple Purple Hearts.
Oh shit!
Should I get a fucking Purple Heart because that day that I served when I was training our troops, I do remember kind of rolling my ankle a little bit getting off the bus.
I mean, you can definitely. It was in combat. You can call it combat.
It was definitely a tough situation. I mean, that was that's a 25-minute bus ride out there, sitting out there. I think I deserve something.
I don't disagree. You should.
Why do you hate the troops so much? Every time I bring up the troops or anything related to Love in America, you start getting quiet. You start getting a little bit antsy. You start looking over at your Italian passport.
No, because my daughter just nonstop calling from the Alexa in her bedroom because they went to bed. Now it's like, Alexa, call daddy. Alexa,
okay,
I'm done with my
shut the fuck up because we're locking in. And if she wants to live in a fucking nice house that she's living in, she can sit there and fucking talk to her fucking imaginary friends. Get an imaginary friend. Get her a fucking rock dog, dude. That's what I did.
She has her sister. There's a real person in there. What are we bitching about?
Growing up, we just talked to the closet.
Stayed in it for a while, too.
Oh, is that like some homosexual joke now?
It is. That's exactly what that is.
You hate the homosexuals. What else do you hate? What's your least favorite race?
Oh, I got a whole list. Speaking of races and ethnicities.
I love black people.
Black people are great. Speaking of races and ethnicities, we went to the mall today. That's where you renew your passports here for some reason. It's at the mall, which is very convenient.
Why are you getting ready to flee the country? What's going on here?
No, potentially. So we go there, we do the paperwork and stuff, and we're done at like 5 o'clock, but my oldest has volleyball practice at 6. We're like, let's just eat at the mall. I love eating at the mall. The food court, a mall food court is phenomenal. Tiffany had probably the worst order in a mall food court of all possible. What's the worst place in every mall food court?
Subway.
Sbarro.
No.
She got white dude. Sbarro.
What the fuck?
Sucks,
you give me a slice at Sbarro?
No, Sbarro
and I'm living
sucks,
the fucking
dude.
dream. Are you joking
Not
me?
only does Sbarro
my God.
suck.
You know, every once in a while I look at Uber Eats and you can Uber Eats Sbarro. I'm always like, man, that sounds fucking
Sbarro's
good.
so bad.
That sounds fucking good.
She got a white slice from Sbarro.
What's that?
And
now,
Big
why does it have
Z.
to be white?
It's white. There's no sauce. There's no red.
That's
white
called
slice.
Cheese.
It's Alfredo sauce as the regular sauce, and then what, dude?
And she said, "I'll take a slice of white."
It's ridiculous. Sbarro sucks, and anybody saying they like Sbarro here, Tell me what state you're from, because I guarantee it's the South or the Midwest. That's it. I can guarantee that. I got, like a normal person,
Sarku, Japan.
I regretted it a little bit.
Teriyaki chicken and rice.
I regretted it a little bit because
Double meat.
There was a Panda Express right next door. Panda Express is better than...
Japan is the fucking... Dude, there was a Sarku Japan at the mall that I lived like... When I lived in an apartment with 3 of my friends, and when I was like fucking 20, 21, 22 years old, there was the mall was like 7 minutes away. So you wake up, just hungover as shit, fucking 10 a.m., go over, can't wait for fucking Sarku and just eat the biggest thing of fucking teriyaki chicken and rice with the biggest fucking just ice cold Coca-Cola. Just put it down. Then you nap for like 3 hours in the afternoon on a Saturday. Then you wake up and start pounding beers again. Sarku Japan saved my life through my early 20s like you wouldn't believe. I owe my life to it. Sarku Japan might be more important than the troops, because if Sarku Japan didn't save my life through my hangovers, I couldn't train the troops to defend our country.
There we go. Yeah, and we'll just ignore Pearl Harbor. That's fine. Listen, I'm getting some flack.
What's with the...
Well, the Japanese bombed us. I'm getting some flack for saying Sbarro sucks. Dude, Sbarro sucks. It is chain pizza. And people like dog Angelo's fake Italian. Well, this is a real Italian. I'm an Italian citizen.
Look at this guy pulling out this fucking passport every chance he gets. What is going on? Talk about your immigrant mother as well. What are we doing here?
You said I was fake. I had to use objective fact. Dude, Sbarro is just not good. And then somebody said, I hate how you Northeast motherfuckers.
Nice, easy sentence in Italian. And that'll really just solve the problem here.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mucho gusto. Está bien. Me gusta la biblioteca. Ezekiel says, I hate how you East Coast mofos' entire personality is hating all pizza. I don't hate all pizza. National chain pizza from Sbarro sucks. It's just not good. Even on a national level, there's much better. Marco's Pizza is better national chain pizza than Sbarro's. Sbarro's objectively sucks. So anyway, there's that. The boys crushed this past card. If you want to get a jump start on UFC Rio, you can join this crew. Within an hour of the last card being over, I got emails, DMs, Discord messages of over $24,000 in DraftKings only premium wins. And that doesn't include the channel in our Discord where people post winning tickets. So join that crew. Go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. You'll unlock every pick, every bet, but also every tool. We have a fight simulator. This simulates fights 100,000 times, and it gives you the outputs. We have a DraftKings optimizer that also does FanDuel fantasy lineups, and that might be what this crew used to win these giant tickets. We have a data analyzer for those.
Roll that back a little bit.
Bing, bong, bang.
I'm not sure which handle is. I just saw my name. I just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah. No. He basically was like, I'm sending it to everybody. I'm proud of this ticket. We have a data analyzer. This is for the people who like to do their own research. You want to see the data, the info stacked up against each other. You select your card, then your fighter. Boom, here's your data. You can go ahead and add filters and go ahead and tell a story looking at the stats. We have a line movement tracker. We'll give you opening odds, current odds, win probability, and line movement. We have a prop hunter, a curated set of data specifically designed to help you find prop bets. We have a tape index. For those of you who like to do your own research and watch the fights with your own eyes, we've got it all lined up, ready to go. And you might be like, Angelo, this intro is so long. That's because we have so much shit.
That's because our dicks is long, hammy. One of ours. Wait, what was that?
That was how long my dick is.
I thought you were doing like a little...
No, I can't do pop and lock. And
Let's
also,
see if you can, though. Let's just back up the chair and just.
No, it's not good.
Let's get some fist bump. Back it up, do a little fist bump.
You gotta make that face too. Here's the deal.
Wow.
The bets and the picks and the tools on the website are behind a paywall. But you know what, Jacob? A wall sounds like something big, something insurmountable. It's only $10 for an entire month with access. It's not a paywall, Jacob. It's a pay fence. It's a pay fence. You can step over a fence.
The Great Wall of China, you can see it from space.
Yeah. It's not that. It's $10. It's a pay What's smaller than a pay curb?
It's like our borders in America.
Wide open.
We got to get the borders going.
Yeah, listen. It's $10 freaking for an entire month's worth of access. If I go zip, zong, zang, zoom, zang, zang, wow, to here, look at these people. They spend $10. You grab a couple of these bets, and you are off to the races. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. You'll instantly unlock every pick, every bet, every tool for UFC Rio, UFC Vancouver, UFC 321, where Tom Aswell will defend his heavyweight title for the very first time. And then we have the fight night right after that. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Couple of disclaimers here. One, 321, I probably am filming a vlog. It's a midday pay-per-view because it's in Abu Dhabi. I should be filming a vlog. It might be a little bit trickier than usual. I'm not quite sure. But if you want to send a letter or for something to open on the vlog for the mail day, send it to We Want Picks, P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas 75078. And the very final slide I have here, Jacob and I are going to be hanging out with the boys on Saturday. We'll be watching UFC Rio, but we, every year, go watch the Texas OU game. It's my longest standing tradition here in Texas. And we drink. We drink an uncontrollable amount. It's basically open bar wedding style for about 3.5, 4 hours. I don't know. This is my disclaimer to say, I don't know if there will be a recap video or not. I have no idea what condition I'll be in. I normally do pretty well. I can rally, keep myself together normally. But I'm going to have some people visiting from out of town. They're going to be, I don't know what it's going to be. I plan on getting my money's worth via alcohol consumption. Don't count on a recap video. If you get one, be grateful. I would not stay up late waiting for one. Any words on this before we jump into the super chats? Jacob. That's my favorite picture. I'm not even in it, by the way, from 2 years ago.
Why is a picture of me your favorite picture?
It's just showing how much fun we have at these things. I wish I was in the picture, but I freaking took it.
I don't have a lot of fun, you know. Oh no, poor Jacob's about to get yeah, it's I did watch a little bit of that vlog, and literally, like, you do this, and you start touching people.
Who'd I touch?
Rewatch that, everything. Oh, you start grabbing Bo.
Well, that was a crazy event. That was a crazy event.
Oh, it's everything, every highlight I saw. You look for opportunities, and you're, like, grabbing them and touching them. It's wild. It's very weird. I don't get it.
It is wild. It is
Yeah,
wild.
it is wild.
That finish was insane. Yuri Prochazka's finish was nuts. So, yeah, went bananas. Couple of super chat arenos. Tittle Fits, $1.99. Jacob's live stream run is legendary. That is true. And I've actually made it a point. Wait, sorry, real quick, and then I'll pass back. I've made it a point to not join because you call me a jinx.
Yeah, I mean, we're just absolutely dominating the competition. The train moves on. I got it right behind me. Fucking chew. We will be live Saturday, but like Angelo said, he's forcing me to go to this fucking bullshit football game, you know, and I can't stream Saturday, so.
Yeah, I mean, we will be watching the fights while drinking. So we won't be home for it, so it will be interesting. Another $1.99 from Tittle Fits. When the slam and the safety parlay line up, you hammer. So yes, let's hammer. I'm looking forward to this fight card. It's not what UFC 320 was, but how many times have we seen a spectacular card with mediocre name notoriety? So I'm looking forward to UFC Rio. Enema, thank you for the $20 super chat. Let's go ahead and break down this card. Opening up the UFC Rio fight card, we have Simon Oliveira taking on Luan Lacerda. Simon Oliveira, an more than 2-1 underdog in this spot. He is 18-6 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He is riding a 3-1-2-3 fight skid. He is taking on Luan Lacerda, 12-3 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming back after 2 full years away. This guy hasn't fought in 2 years, and he is still a tremendous favorite here. And that's because Simon Oliveira's not great. He is a slick BJJ guy. He is very flexible. He's literally dangerous anywhere on the ground, though. He's always got something in his hands. He's playing off your hips, trying to set things up. He'll throw one punch at a time. The striking is just not very good. He overreacts if things come back his way. if you just move forward and you throw punches at him, you'll hit him. You might finish him. That's kind of what happened in his last fight against Daniel Martinez, where he was knocked out, and that was his third in a row. Taking on the returning Luan Lacerda. He is also a slick grappler, but he can strike. He comes forward. He's got reckless abandon. He throws punches. He throws kicks. No real rhyme or reason, but a ton of power. Wildly explosive. He will work in some trips, some single legs. He'll try to get the fights to the ground, and on the ground, he is a savage. He's very creative. He's always looking for a submission. He's a threat everywhere. He's reckless. He can lose positions, but he is incredibly dangerous. He's coming off that loss to Damon Blackshear 2 full years ago, where he was constantly threatening submissions. And I've talked about this many times. I talked about it in my Quick Picks video. Anytime I get to watch the fights with my laptop, I take notes. And I like my notes in the moment more than going back and watching tape. I will go back and watch tape, but watching a fight where you know the outcome is different than how you felt exactly in that moment. And I just happen to have seen Luan Lacerda and Simon Oliveira's fights with my laptop the last time they fought. And here are my notes. For Luan Lacerda, my notes were incredibly dangerous.
Just real quick, do you take notes on every video you watch on your laptop?
No. Yeah.
Because if we could put those on premium.
Weird hip motions. I would have preferred.
Very interesting. Love the girth. Don't love the momentum he brings.
Missed hairs.
Don't love the dirt. Would love a little bit more racial talk.
Didn't comment on the smell. Mad. Anyway, my notes on Luan Lacerda were incredibly dangerous, constantly working towards a submission. Jacob, would you like to guess what my notes were on Simon Oliveira?
Sucks.
Sucks. That's all it said. Literally, that is all it said. Sucks. One word. We're going with the notes. Luan Lacerda is the pick. I wish there wasn't a 2-year layoff, but it is as simple as that. Jacob, I'm not even joking. That's literally what it said. What do you think about this fight?
I believe it. You know, Luan Lacerda probably, I mean, he's not going to be a top 15 guy. He's not going to be a title challenger. You look at him and you're like, man, minus 245. You know, some people are going to, I see in the chat right now, like, oh, you know, I might just sprinkle on, what did we say about sprinkles? We said it about Corey Sandhagen. I warned you guys about all those fucking, I said, if you're sprinkling on Josh Emmett, you're sprinkling on a fucking pile of shit. Sprinkles. Just like people were like, you know, that the guy that Atiba fought, maybe a little sprinkle here. Sprinkles is how the books make fucking millions of dollars. They set these odds for a reason. They bait you into these little sprinkles. Luan Lacerda isn't the most technically sound guy. He's not the best boxer. He does have really good kicks, good Muay Thai, good jiu-jitsu. He should just be better. He should just be better in this matchup. Simon Oliveira is really, he's not a UFC guy. He doesn't have the striking. You saw how uncomfortable the kicks of David Martinez made him. Luan Lacerda, I know he doesn't have the same movement, but he's got those big, powerful kicks. Simon shouldn't be able to take him down either. Simon's got the spinning, wild bullshit, and I've said it about spinning people before. The second he starts spinning, that's because he's losing, and that's how you know this fight's going to go. So Luan should be fine here with the Muay Thai, be able to withstand the grappling, and just kind of just be the cleaner, better striker here. Simon Oliveira just isn't really a capable striker. He just is what it is, and a little chinny as well. So, you know, I think Lacerda can win and probably find a finish, honestly, if he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, I wish there wasn't a 2-year layoff. If there was not a 2-year layoff, I'd be all over, but that's a very long time. So I'm going to trust the notes. I'm going to trust the process. Simon Oliveira, good on the ground, sucks on the feet, fights start on their feet. It should literally be that simple. $8,900 in DraftKings Fantasy for Luan Lacerda. I mean, if he finds the finish, as the last several opponents of Simon Oliveira have, you should be good there. You can check out every pick, every bet, every tool. We have an artificial intelligence. We have so much to offer. It's $10 a month on the website. We don't upsell. There is no cross-sell. You don't sign in, get some stuff, and then we try. No, it's $10 for all of it instantly on the spot. WeWantPicks.com.
That's how the OnlyFans girls get you, man. Oh, free OnlyFans. And then it's like you get there and it's like, you know, I could see this anywhere. How do I get the good stuff? You know, and
yeah, that's like, just an Instagram.
And then
picture.
They're like, oh, it's $4.99 for this, and then the video is 7 seconds long. It's like, where's the rest of it? Oh, it's $19.99 for the rest of it. And then you get to the rest of it, and you're like, wait, the clothes still aren't off. And they're like, oh, here's $49.99 for the whatever. And then all of a sudden, you're fucking $10,000 deep, and it's just like, you know, it happened to a friend of mine. Is what he said. So I have a friend.
Yeah, sure. There's that. Is it Sophie Rain? Is that super famous one? She has.
You're not slick, dude. You're not slick.
Anyway,
you're just like Bisping. Was it Bisping or was it somebody was like, oh yeah, who's his girlfriend? Oh yeah, what's her name? Paige Van Zandt.
Oh no,
you're not slick, buddy. You're not fucking.
I'm not trying to be
buddy.
slick. Where I'm going with this is,
what's her name? Oh yeah,
I read an article that her top donor has spent like $1 million in the last year. She's never met him, never had a real conversation with him. Just $1 million from somebody for just private videos, and that's it. That's crazy.
That is crazy. So
not even a conversation. You think $1 million?
$10 a month. Please become a premium member because she promised me that if I get up to $2 million, that we can meet up. So we're $1 million in with the premium memberships. $10 a month, and it could be me and Sophie Rain doing the damn thing.
It's $10 of American dollars a month, or Jacob will take $8 in OnlyFans gift cards. That's the trade-off. One free month if you send it as an OnlyFans gift card. I have no fucking idea.
OnlyFans gift cards.
You're about to be flooded. That's what the P.O. box is going to be
Oh
flooded
my
with.
God, they actually do. It looks like they do. These are some wonky-ass websites, but it seems like they do.
Yeah, I would not. If it's not their actual website, I would not trust that. $1.99 super trap from Zozo. Jacob with the random Colts lay. Did that come from the live stream?
Nah, I just tweeted it out. Sometimes I tweet out little football plays. We got the Colts with Daniel Jones touchdown, with a fucking Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And we got that plus 100. They won 40-3, and they both had 2 touchdowns each. So, I mean, my God. My fucking God. When you're hot, you're hot. And the Colts are
You are hot right now.
Say that again?
You are hot right now. You're the hot hand.
Would you fuck me or Sophie Rain?
That's tricky. I don't actually know what she looks like. Does she have breasts and a vagina?
She's got monster breasts and maybe a monster vagina. I don't really know, honestly. But if that's your thing, you like a wide mouth vagina?
You can't back a semi into a shed. And then we have a Sean Shelby comment. Is that her?
Well, that's her. I don't know if they're going to focus, but
it's not going to focus.
There you
it's
go.
Sparing us. She made like $28 million or something. Now it makes sense.
I think it was more than that.
Sean Shelby said, Angelo, we absolutely love your vlogs and food vids. 2 things. 1, the vlog from UFC 320 is up. And 2, I didn't get to cook in it. It was a crazy day. As my kids get older, it's harder and harder to have time to do like what I want to do. So hopefully we get back to cooking. That's why they're called the Fight Foods vlogs. And that's how it started. Literally started as like cooking for my friends. And now it's just turned into Fight Day vlogs.
Yeah, your daughter's kind of ruined my life. I hope they know that. Every time I come over, they're like, "Oh, hey," and it's all fun and games. But in the back of my mind, I look at them and I'm like, "You ruined my fucking life."
I don't get it. The good food anymore. I can't just do whatever I want anymore.
I go over to watch the fights.
My oldest watched some of the fights with us, and I was like, "You are not going to come in here and play around." She's like, "No, I want to watch the actual fights." And she sat there. She watched. I was like, "All right, that's not bad." Next up, at UFC Rio, we have Julia Polastri taking on Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Julia Polastri, 13-5 in her career, 3-2 in her last 5. She's coming off that decision loss to Lupi Godinez, taking on Karolina Kowalkiewicz, 16-9 in her career, 3-2 in her last 5. She is on an unfortunate 2-fight skid. Julia Polastri, pretty well-rounded fighter. She's got good striking. She's got good grappling. The striking technique is clean. Lots of straight punches, lots of kicks. She's got a little bit of power for the division, and she doesn't really chase. She'll just settle into a rhythm. She does get taken down pretty easily, though, which can be a problem. On the ground, she does have good BJJ. She will hunt for submissions. She's coming off that loss to Lupita Godinez, where she got taken down 5 times, but I think she might have snuck out that 3rd or came close to doing it. Taking on Karolina Kowalkiewicz, a tried-and-true entity in this division. She's been around for 75 years. She's a good kickboxer, solid technique, good grit. She's landing almost 6 significant strikes per minute, solid 74% takedown defense, and she's fought everybody, a who's who. Fought for a title, went on an unfortunate 4-fight spiral, turned it around, went on a 4-fight win streak after going to American Top Team, and now here she is back on a skid. 2 fights in, she just lost to Denise Gomes. And not because Denise bullied her or pressured her or took her down. Denise was just literally the better striker. And if you're at this point in your career where you're just getting outstruck by Denise Gomes, you're a little too old.
She's doing a lot of holding. She's doing a lot of hugging. And Karolina got a takedown at the end, almost fucking subbed her ass.
Karolina fought for a title at one point, was one of the best women in the division.
She fought for a title?
She did fight for a title.
Yes. Against fucking who?
I think it was Valentina. That's what started that 4-fight skid. Was a title loss.
Oh my God.
She has been in this division at a high level for a very long time, but she's getting older.
Women's
she's
MMA
slowing
has come
down.
a long way, huh?
But that is literally the point I'm making. Genuinely, the rest of the division is passing her up because she was better than most, stopped evolving, which what happens with age, and everybody else is just younger, faster, stronger, been doing it for, I don't want to say longer because she's been fighting forever, but they only started MMA. Julia Polastri is going to be the pick. Literally younger, faster, stronger. As long as she doesn't get like out veteran savvied, she should be good to go here. Julia's the pick. I think she wins by decision. Karolina is pretty tough. What do you think, Jacob?
Julia Polastri is a bad fucking bitch. She is a former lock of the week. I had her against Loopy, and you guys saw in that 3rd round, she is like fucking, I know that, what's her name has the nickname Zombie Girl, but Julia Polastri is fucking like the Zombie Girl. She is a psychopath. She doesn't give a fuck. She fights with her hands down. She'll throw from the hips. She will get takedowns and maul people. Her record at this point, she might be the best I think she's 2-2 in the UFC. She might be the best 2-2 fighter in UFC fucking history. She obviously won Dana White Contender Series. I guess that doesn't really count. She lost against UFC, Jasmine, won Dana White, so she's 1-2. But I think she fucking beat Nutsack. And then she won against Corey McKenna. You're going to see a split decision against Corey McKenna. That's one of the worst scorecards I've ever seen. She fucking dominated Corey McKenna. And then the Loopy fight. I mean, you saw she came on strong. She got wrestled a little bit, but she held her own and almost finished Loopy there in that 3rd round. She is a bad fucking bitch. Karolina is tough. Very, very tough. What do we say about people that are tough? We say that they're tough because they're not really good at anything else. She's got some wrestling, and if she gets on top of Julia, maybe she's able to do something because Julia can be taken down at times. But Julia, at this point, I think is just really about to turn that point in her career. She started, even that Nutsack fight was a little bit tough of a debut. I thought she won that fight. The Loopy fight, Loopy's very, very good, and she held her own in that one. Big step down in competition from a girl like Loopy. And Karolina, I know she's been tough and tough and tough. Sometimes when you're too tough, you finally get finished. And if there's anybody that's going to finish Karolina, it's going to be Julia. And I can see it. I mean, she just never fucking stops when she gets going. She's a bad fucking bitch. Fighting in Brazil, coming off a loss. You saw what she can do when she gets rolling downhill. If she gets rolling downhill early in this fight, which she can, it's going to be big fucking trouble for Karolina. I played this. I'll give it a little fucking, I'm man of the people. I'll give it a little play away here, and I'll explain while I am. Julia Polastri, inside the distance, was like plus 325. Fight does not go the distance is plus 300. I didn't get greedy. I was going to play Julia inside the distance. I just took fight does not go the distance just in case something weird happens. Maybe somebody fucking just rolls their ankle, or I don't know what if I can. But that's how I played it. I think Julia can finish this girl. I didn't get greedy with it, but Julia definitely is a play and is warrant of that minus 450 price tag.
Yeah, listen, Julia should be the pick. I agree with everything you said. I do not think we'll get a finish here. I get the logic, but Karolina is just tough, veteran savvy, crafty. We've never seen her look chinny before. I think Denise could have finished her,
but she was hugging a lot. I mean, look who she's fighting. Yasmin Lucindo was just kind of hugging her too. Diana Belbita, she fought, she won. The last people that she's fought, like who's going to finish her? Jessica Panay, Yan Janan, Alexa Grasso, Michelle Watterson. It's like. And then she fought and she lost to Panay. She got finished by Panay. She got finished by a girl like Andrade. Julia kind of fights like an Andrade, and that was in the prime of her career. So if anybody's going to finish her at this point, it's going to be fucking Julia. I think it's a good ticket.
Karolina's definitely old, sort of skipping a beat. This is not a forgiving sport. You will age out of it no matter what, and that's the unfortunate path that she is on. Julia Polastri's the pick. $9,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. The only world that makes sense is if you do think she finds a finish, because she's not a wrestler. She's not going to be shooting takedowns. Karolina's got a good takedown.
She'll fucking wrestle.
Yeah, but Karolina's got good takedown defense, and I think Julia is just literally. I think literally Julia's
she?
going to beat her to the punch, so there's no reason to shoot takedowns when you're winning the striking exchanges. So I think that's where we end up here. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, not just for this card, but UFC Vancouver next week, UFC 321 the week after that, and then the fight night after that, WeWantPicks.com. It's $10 a freaking month. The success is right out there for the world. The proof is in the pudding. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. We got a $2 super chat from Turtles Run MMA. Thanks, Jacob. We made money on Ramiz. You said people were clowning you after that first round, too.
Oh, my God, dude. That live chat was fucking... I thought the Colby one was bad, like, in that second round of the Musasa fight, like, just sitting there looking at the chat, thinking, like, oh, God, like, yo, fucking... But after that first round, oh, my God, dude, the entire chat, then afterwards, like, we never stop believing. It's like, fuck you, man. There was over 1,500 people in there, and there was 1,300 of them calling me a fucking retard after the first one. And what I say, I sat there, you know what? Look, I'm going to show you this picture, too. Because this was my face. I said, go ahead. I literally told Chad, I said, go ahead, give up. Go ahead, give up. Go ahead and give up. And this was my face when I said it. If it'll focus. But just a little smirk there.
Smile, smirk.
Just a little smirk. I said, go ahead and give up. Go ahead and give up. Because I knew I know my fucking dogs. I knew that dude Ramiz was a fucking dog. I said even when he was losing, he wasn't getting finished. He was still fighting. He was getting back to his feet. And who the fuck is an Austin Vanderturn? An OnlyFans guy versus a guy from the fucking Bronx? Get the fuck out of here. You know the Bronx. You know those people.
He's tough. I mean,
what's the toughest neighborhood in New York? Harlem? Southside Jamaica, Queens?
Harlem got gentrified. Yeah, probably like a Jamaica or Yonkers. Yonkers is still a working man's town.
Yonkers doesn't sound tough. I'll be honest with you. I'm not scared of anybody from.
You know what my
Yonkers.
favorite? This is Jersey, but not New York. But my favorite Jersey Shore clip of all time is when Ronnie's got a black eye, and then they're all in the house, and Ronnie's got a black eye. They're like, what happened? And he made up some story. We come to find out it was his wife or girlfriend beating him. And he's got a black eye, and Mike, the situation is like, what happened? And he's like, oh, I got robbed. And Mike's like, where? And he's like, Schenectady. And Mike's like, Secaucus. He's like, Secaucus. And Mike is like, Secaucus? The reaction was just so... Secaucus is like a nice fucking town. So just the instant raw reaction and the disgust on his face is just an all-time Jersey Shore.
That literally is like the... I don't know if you heard about the Mark Sanchez situation or whatever. Yeah. He went to Indianapolis. He was going to call the Colts game or whatever, and they said he got stabbed. My initial reaction was like, dude, nobody gets fucking... What the fuck was he... Where was he at in Indianapolis to get fucking stabbed or whatever? Like, because I'm from Indianapolis. I'm like... Nobody getting stabbed in fucking Indianapolis? Like, and a few people like that I know that are from the area, like, dude, I don't think he actually got, like, what happened? It turns out he's the one that was fucking, like, breaking into a car. Like, yeah, he was attacked.
Old man.
So it's like, that's why he got, like, there's not fucking just, that's Indianapolis. Like, there's not fucking just random stabbings in Indianapolis. Like, what the fuck? Like, they tried to paint it as, like, a violent crime, like a random fucking, it's like, no, if you've ever been to Indianapolis, if you've ever walked around Indianapolis, like, you're not getting fucking stabbed in Indianapolis. The fuck?
No, I read like a couple of hours ago, I saw, like, I forget where it was, had like the police put out a statement of what happened with all the footage and stuff. He basically was like drunk. There was this 69-year-old guy parked in front of the hotel in a truck picking up used vegetable oil. And then Mark's like, you can't park there. The manager said you can't park there. And then he like starts shoving the guy, attacking him. And the guy fucking stabbed him in the chest. And then Mark like just hobbles away bloody. Yeah. Wild scene. Yeah,
fuck around and find out. Yeah.
$1.99 super chat from Topotan. Jacob, will you be live for Dana White Contender Series? Only 2 left.
God willing.
Only 2 left. This is the longest stretch you've done. You've done years where you do like 1 or 2, and then you're like, oh, fuck this.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude.
Okay. I don't know what warranted
How about that line I dropped on Jay the other day? I don't hit women, nice. But I'll smack a bitch.
That was nice. He didn't respond either.
Yeah, because he knows that ain't He's like, Bo, those big dudes are scared of me.
He had nothing to say. Like a little.
I can talk however I want to Bo. He didn't give a fuck. He says, yes, sir.
For a 6'7" dude, he's very like
soft.
Not soft. He's just not.
He's soft.
He's not. I think when you're that huge, you literally have nothing to prove. It's like, I'm bigger than everybody in 99% of the rooms I'm in. Who gives a fuck? So I think that's the situation he's in. Because he is the only person I've ever seen him give a hard time is actually me and the neighbor. He got out of it. Him and the neighbor got after it.
I mean, you're the one that was kind of a little bitch because he said, I can take you down. And you were like, ugh. You never did.
I'm literally like, let's go. Whenever you're ready. Dude, we used to
This is
argue
like the
that
Vince
to the
Pichel
death.
thing all over again. Like, oh, I said it once and he never responded.
No, with him, I said it constantly. Literally constantly.
Call him right now. Let's get it. We can throw the mat in the room right behind you. He can get over there in 10 minutes and we'll figure it out right the fuck now.
He said it last time. He was here for this 2 pay-per-views ago. He was like, I think I'm getting
call
ready
him right now.
I'm not calling him right now. He also has children that are going to bed.
So it's point proven there.
Next up, at UFC Rio, we have Valter Walker taking on Mohammed Usman in the Battle of the Brothers. Valter Walker, 14-4 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, riding that spectacular 3-fight heel hook submission streak. Taking on Mohammed Usman, 11-4 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off the decision win over Hamdi Abdelwahab. Valter Walker, the better of the Walker brothers, at least as of right now, this moment. Mohammed Usman.
A big one, though.
What'd you say?
Johnny's coming off a big one, big upset.
A huge upset, and the light heavyweight division is the worst it has ever been, and the UFC really needed Ming Yang Zhang to win that fight. It built the UFC. Literally, it built the UFC. Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture. Conor McGregor was another giant leap forward, but Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell, Randy Couture built the UFC.
Never heard
straight
of
up.
Never heard of him.
You wouldn't, because you are gay. Valter Walker is the better of the Walker brothers, at least for now, but he's nothing like his brother. He is a giant Brazilian man, but he wrestles like a Russian because he grew up in Russia. Or at least he spent the majority of his life there wrestling and grinding. The striking is not very good. He actually gets hit a ton, but he doesn't care. He's just going to push forward, dive at legs, get it to the ground. He is the unofficial and official heel hook king of the world. He has 3 heel hooks, 3 wins in the UFC, 3 heel hooks. Nobody has that many heel hooks. Nobody has that many in a row. The most recent was over Kennedy Nzechukwu, where he took the worst wrestling shot I've ever seen anybody take in the history of this sport. He's taking on Mohammed Usman, Kamaru Usman's much larger brother. He's not very good at fighting, but he is a high-level athlete. He played Division I football. He's fast. He can be powerful. He's athletic. He's also kind of checked out. He's talked about retiring. He just came out. He just beat Hamdi because he landed a few of the bigger shots. He'll sit behind a jab. He's obviously well-trained, well-coached. He's got some successful people around him. He just doesn't seem to care. But what makes this fight interesting is Valter Walker, we are not very far removed from everybody on this planet saying he was a fat loser fraud. All the hate that Patchy Mix is getting right now, Valter Walker got after his UFC debut. Huge undefeated prospect, not undefeated, but wild win streak. Huge prospect, comes in the UFC, a fat slob who loses to a striker. Now, he went back, he lost the weight, and he's looked very, very different. But I'm about to pick him. I think he's going to win because I don't think Usman's very good, and I don't think Usman is very dedicated. I think he's genuinely like half checked out. He was talking about retiring, and then he beat Hamdi, so it's like, all right, I guess I'll stick around for another one. So I'm going to pick Valter. But this isn't absurd that he doesn't get a takedown and all of a sudden his shots are awful. He's getting beat up and he looks as bad as he did in his first fight. We are not that far removed from that. So before you guys go absolutely nuts betting on him, I would definitely have some restraint. Valter Walker is the pick. But I still have some PTSD in there. What do you got going on here, Jacob?
Don't listen to that fucking idiot. Valter Walker, don't have any restraint. He's going to be fine. Mohammed Usman isn't a UFC level fighter. He got here because of his brother. He's got a couple wins against, whatever. He's got overrated power. He gets hit like crazy. He can't get taken down. Obviously, he's a big, strong dude, but technique beats power 10 out of 10 times. Valter rededicated himself to his career after that, and you see it in the results. The guy works hard. You see him in the training room with my guy Bogdan Gustavo, whatever the fuck his name is. And yeah, he's a fucking he's a killer at this point. This is a step down in competition, probably from his last couple fights, honestly. I mean, even Dante Almeida, I think, is more talented than a guy like Usman. Definitely Kennedy Nzechukwu as well. And I think he takes this a little bit more serious as well. He's in front of this, his home away from home fans and stuff like that. He's just gonna be the better fighter. Usman's not a UFC guy.
Yeah, listen, I'm picking Valter. After the Patchy Mix thing, it was the same narrative. And obviously we've seen Valter rebound from that horrible UFC debut, so it happened. But it is like...
Patchy was like... He's like... It's so weird to have
he
that
has
much...
no sense of urgency.
Well, yeah, to have... It's weird to have that much bravado and lack the same amount of heart inside of a fight. Like, at least fucking go out trying. Like, even Valter in that fucking Bresky, he lost, but he was trying. He was getting takedowns. He was laying there and stuff like that. Like, Patchy, like, the craziest thing ever was that first round when he was just up against the cage, and you saw fucking my lock of the week, Ramiz, in the same position. He never let Austin collect his legs. He kept his height. He kept his wrist. Every time he almost got it collected, he worked back to the fence, and he stayed safe. Patchy sat there, and that dude just grabbed his legs and pulled it straight into full mount, and Patchy was like, oh, no. It's like, what? You're this world-class grappler, and you just didn't even give a shit? He literally just pulled Patchy just underneath his legs and went into mount. It's like, what the fuck? Like that, and they just laid there the entire rest of the round. What are you doing? Valter's not that dude.
No, I'm picking Valter. I've got a bet on Valter on premium. I threw him in a little bit of a parlay, so I do think he wins. We've seen him in precarious positions, and Usman is the dude who will randomly have good takedown defense and just nice jab and then get a weird decision. So I'm picking Valter. I bet on Valter. I just gotta be a little careful. Okay, these are heavyweights.
Guys. Don't be careful.
$9,200 in DraftKings Fantasy. If you think he somehow gets a fourth heel hook victory, that's the best $9,200 you'll ever spend in your entire life. And that's not real money. That's DraftKings Fantasy money for anybody wondering. I'm not touching Mohammed Usman at 7,000 because even if he wins, it's going to be a jab at distance over and over and over. He's not going to win because he dropped Valter or took Valter down. He's not going to score any meaningful points. Literally just defend takedowns and a jab. So he's a fade no matter what. You can go 9,200 on Valter if you do think he gets the takedowns and the finish. You can check out every pick, every bet, every tool that we offer on our website. It is quite literally the greatest offering in this space. There's nothing even remotely close, and it's only $10. I always say to myself, I should do a slide of all the dumb shit that costs more than $10, and I never do. It's a lot of dumb shit.
Do you know how much, I was looking at Uber Eats today. Do you know how much just a single double Whopper, not the meal, nothing, is on Uber Eats?
$8.99.
$12.49.
Oof, just a Whopper?
Double Whopper. Just a
cheese?
double Whopper. No, it's $1.29 to throw cheese on it.
That's more than an entire month's worth of premium for
it's like $15 for a double Whopper on Uber Eats.
And that's not with the delivery fee or anything. That's just the price itself.
I think it's worth it.
It's the best fast food burger.
What about those Arby's steak bites? You gonna get those little steak nuggets?
No, that's a bizarre. Like, I'm sure it'll be good. I don't know. If I want fast food, I want fast food. I'm not going to a fast food place to get steak.
Ooh, too good for Ange.
It is too good for me. I'm not too good for that. That's too good for me.
Give me a man of the people. Give me a hamburger. I don't want to eat no steak.
Who the hell wants steak bites from a fast food joint? Give me the burger.
I mean, what's good is good. They don't have burgers at Arby's. Is that the only beef they have? I don't know.
Arby's, first of all, their gyros are underrated. Arby's had those the farmhouse sandwiches or the farm fresh sandwiches, whatever the fuck. Dude, those sandwiches are shockingly good. Just sandwiches on like the bread.
Sandwiches.
Sandwich.
Sandwiches.
Oh, let's make a sandwich.
Tell them about the sandwich that's named after you. Let's get into it.
I have a sandwich named after me.
We got a couple heavyweights on the screen.
It's at Newtown Deli in Newtown, Connecticut. They named the sandwich after me, and that's because I coached the owner's son in wrestling forever, and I would go in there every day, order the same fucking thing at lunch. Let me get a chicken cutlet, roasted red peppers, fresh mozzarella, not the slice, the wet, fresh mozzarella, and some balsamic glaze. I get it on a hard roll. You could get it on a hero. I would get it on a hard roll. They named it the Angelo. The best part about them naming it the Angelo, he redid the board, right? He put it on the board. He forgot the size font he used for every other sandwich. So mine ended up being bigger. The Angelo's in bigger font than everything else. Then on top of it, if you go look up the Newtown Deli, people are commenting on Yelp and Google reviews. Got D'Angelo. It's great. D'Angelo's the best. But I fucked up. The reason I named it D'Angelo and not my last name is because my cousin, I was like, that fucking nerd is going to tell everybody the sandwich is named after him. So I named it D'Angelo. I was the only Angelo in town. Now I fucked up because now as an adult, the last name is the priority here. I could take my kids there. You want a picture of it? I definitely have a picture of it.
First of all, I'm looking at Newtown Deli, 3.7 stars. Not a great start there. Let's see if I can find some actual fucking reviews on there. 58 reviews. Look at the 1-star reviews here.
No,
Never
Angela's
coming
sandwich.
Back. You forgot the dressing for my salad and dipped the chicken in freaking oil. It's nasty. Great day to throw $11 in a trash can.
Dude, no, I'm not going to sit here and listen
to this.
They gave me food it's a family-owned business. Don't do this. Don't do this. It's a family-owned business. They run a great place. You're always going to get
Got a sandwich called D'Angelo. What the hell is this thing?
Nice try.
It feels like a bunch of stuff was grabbed out of the trash can and put on a slice of bread. Whoever named this is probably fatter than the guy that made it.
Okay, here. I got the picture. Here's a picture of the actual sandwich. There's the chicken cutlet. There's the roasted red peppers, the balsamic, and the fresh mutts. One line is the chicken cutlet. On top of it is the mutts. Here's the board. You can see there the Angelo. First of all, $6.50. What a deal. The Angelo is bigger than every other sandwich on the board because
Here you go. Ready? This is from 2013. And this guy's from Sandy Hook. The family also owns the Sandy Hook Deli. The owner accuses me of stalking him jokingly because I see him for breakfast in Sandy Hook during the week and for lunch on the weekends at the Newtown Deli between ball games for the kids. The staff and food are great. Remember, this is from 2013, so I would recommend the Angelo. Chicken cutlet with Maz and roasted reds with balsamic. Ask for it warmed, and you will go back a million times. This was done by Angelo B. This review in 2013. Just happens to be the day after it was released to the public. And I went to fucking Connecticut, guys. Guess the first place Angelo took me.
Angelo Newtown Deli.
He said, "Look."
Yeah, should have taken you to high school. Look at my name there.
Look.
This guy said I'm gonna use burners and 1-star that place. I don't live there. That would just be a horrible thing to do to like just a nice family-owned business. The internet's fucking weird, man.
I mean, they have
nice family trying to pay their fucking bills.
They got 10 1-star reviews, and they only have 26 5-stars. So,
well, that's the internet. Have you ever left a 5-star review on anything? That's the internet.
I do it all the time. I did it last time I got my car detailed. I said he did a great job, and the owner was like, "Wow, he's new." Then
good for you. You're the exception, and that's great because most people only say something when they're upset. They don't even think of leaving.
When people
a 5-star
go above
review.
and beyond, I make sure it's recognized.
Yeah, I mean, most people, because I ran a call center for a while, previous job, and 99% of no, it was 4 companies for their.
Do not redeem the gift card. Do not redeem.
Dollar super chat.
Redeem. Do not do it. I love those fucking scamming the scammers or whatever. No. Don't do that. No, what did you do?
$1 super chat from Eneva. No comment associated with it, but I appreciate this and the previous donation. Just couldn't show the previous one for obvious reasons. Let's go ahead. Angelo, the diet pill scammer. You fucking scumbag. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Next up, at UFC Rio, we have Lucas Rocha taking on Stewart Nicoll. Lucas Rocha, 17-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is looking for his first UFC win. Taking on Stewart Nicoll, 8-1 in his career, also 4-1 in his last 5. Also looking for his first UFC win. This could be a fun back and forth scrap because both these guys can get after it. Lucas, solid striker, good volume, nice body work. He stays busy, he pressures forward. He has no regard for what comes back his way. He'll just move forward. Many times, what comes back his way, though, is a takedown attempt because of how upright he stands. He gets taken down. He's got good enough BJJ to defend, decent enough scramble skills to stand up, but both of those things did just fail him. in his recent loss to Clayton Carpenter. He's taking on Stewart Nicoll. Decent wrestler, slick grappler. When he takes you down, he's got good control on top, and he's always working for something. He's looking for positions. He's landing strikes. He is staying busy. He's a strong guy. He uses that strength really, really well. He can be stiff, though, but he's got nice leg kicks. He's not afraid to exchange. You're going to see knockouts on his record. They are not like one punch on the feet knockouts. They are usually ground and pound. He also was just submitted by Jesus Aguilar, where he basically hated Jesus' forward pressure, so he took a bad shot and he got guillotined.
Oh, bullshit. That's not even what happened.
Oh, what happened?
He took a shot, he got high, he reversed the position with a sweet fucking Kimura sweep, got on top, Jesus scrambled out a little bit, then he just grabbed a single to get another takedown because he had him flattened out, fucking just beating the shit out of Jesus. And then he got guillotined, and he tried to fight out of it a while. It wasn't an immediate thing. So
he took that first shot because he just didn't like the pressure. So that's why he took that first shot.
It was an easy fucking first shot. He had him both hooks in flattened out. I mean, the guy was fucking dominating him.
Well, he was a big prospect going into that fight too, and that was a major upset. And this is another tricky spot. Stewart Nicoll has nonstop forward pressure. I personally don't think Lucas Rocha has nonstop forward pressure. I don't think Stewart liked the pressure from Jesus, which is why he took that shot, which is how he ended up on the ground and how he ended up getting subbed. And I think this could look not similar in the sub regard.
Jerk off all over you Saturday if you pass out.
You've never seen me pass out. Have you ever even seen me like react drunk and you're about to say some dumb shit and pretend you have?
You stupid fuck. You used to fall asleep.
All right, you're right. You're right. In the media room,
You've never seen me. Every fucking card, you'd be like this during the co-main.
That's you are
correct. With a fucking cup of wine.
You're correct. I wouldn't classify that as passing out, though. It's late. It's midnight.
What?
It's 12:30. I fall asleep in the chair. I wake back up. Passing out is like
I'm the only guest, and I'm just sitting there. Just sitting there by myself watching fights while Angelo's...
Those chairs were too comfortable, dude. That was the problem. The big reclining chairs, it was just too cozy.
I would fake get excited about stuff to try and wake you up. Whoa! You'd be like, oh.
But I was coherent. I was just sleepy. That is different.
Get the fuck out of here.
Pass out is like Jay on the Uber ride home. Falling asleep because you had a couple of drinks and it's late at night. I don't know. I wouldn't call that passing out. Either way, I am going to pick Lucas here. I have no confidence in that whatsoever. I just like his pressure. And if he pressures forward, Stewart may not love that pressure. But Stewart could absolutely get some takedowns in and have success there. I'm fading both sides of this fight, slightly leaning towards Lucas. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I am playing this. I'm not playing a side on this, but I think both these guys are so aggressive, especially, as you mentioned, Lucas with the striking pressure does get crazy, but he can get taken down. He can get held down. Even on the regional scene, he was taken down, and eventually he would kind of out-tough those people. And even, who was on the broadcast? Was it DC or was it Rogan? In his last fight, basically said what I'm going to say right now, that if you're getting taken down to regional people and you're able to score them out of those positions, when you get to this level, it's a little bit different. When you're getting taken down, a lot of times you're getting held down. We saw that happen in his last fight, and Stewart is a guy that, you know, he got caught a guillotine by Jesus Aguilar. It's happened fucking like 40 times with Jesus Aguilar opponents. Guy's got short, stubby arms. He goes for the guillotine. It is what it is. Before that, he was fucking out-scrambling and outworking Jesus. Both hooks in, flattened out. If he gets in that position versus Lucas, that dude Lucas is going to be in big, big trouble. So I'm not willing to give up on a guy just because of a little bit of a guillotine situation. It is what it is, a little learning opportunity. That's Jesus' fucking specialty. Rocha is going to bring the pressure, probably pressure straight into a takedown. And in the scrambling, in the wrestling, I think Stewart Nicoll is just a little bit too technical, too strong, too big in those type of positions. And I don't see Rocha, snatching up a guillotine like Jesus is able to get. So I think it's a little bit of recency biasy here with, people not trusting Stewart because he was the favorite and because he lost with whatever. But I think it's a little bit fluky here, and I think I like the value here in the dog. But I'm not playing a side. I think they get aggressive, and I think there's somebody finishes somebody. So that's how I'm playing it, and I'll let whatever happens happen. So as a pick, I got to go Stewart. I think he's a better wrestler, better grappler, and that's where the fight's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have a ton of confidence in this pick. We got to
like that bet, Sam? You like that, Artem?
You can't. I was gonna say you can't go by that, dude. The people from those
Aussie. Oi.
The bias that they have is actually insane. I don't think I've ever seen.
Week. Let's roll it into it, man.
He's had 2 great weeks. I've never seen
him been killing it.
I've never seen him pick against one of his countrymen. So
Aussie, and I just picked against a Brazilian wearing the Brazil. That's how you know.
There you go. So,
by the way,
yes, sir.
Listen to this fucking parlay. I put it on Twitter. I almost put it in premium. Put fucking 45 units on it just because. $120 to win $40,000.
Okay.
Ready for this?
I'm ready.
Luan Lacerda.
Okay.
Julia Polastri.
Okay.
Valter Walker.
Okay.
Beatriz Mesquita.
We'll talk about that next.
Vitor Petrino.
Okay.
Jafel Filho, which is going to smoke your boy.
Yeah, you and I are split there, but go ahead.
Lucas Almeida.
Okay.
Ricardo Ramos.
Okay.
Jonathan Denise.
Okay.
Davison Figueiredo.
You got a couple of dogs. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
And Charles Oliveira.
You got Brazil a lot parlay. Of dogs.
I left out Rocha and I left out fucking.
I don't know.
The Joel. Fucking left out fucking Luque in that one.
Oh yeah.
That's the Brazil parlay. $120 to win $40,000, and I think it's gonna fucking smack.
I mean, there's a. I'm on the other side about 3 of those, but there's a genuine argument to make.
All the French fighters win on the French card. We've seen all the Canadians fighters win on a Canadian card. Noche. We've seen all the Mexican fighters win on a Mexican card. Let me line up 8 or 9 Brazilians and see what happens for $40,000.
It's just a little easier when there's 4 of them.
Oh, shut the fuck! You and your negativity, your goddamn negativity. Why don't you want to do dishes?
Who wants to do dishes?
Why would I want to do dishes?
We broke down this fight, right? Yep. Yeah, time to move to the next one.
Oh, bullshit.
Next up.
Holy sh! Oh my God.
Move that text.
Holy shit.
Move the text.
And I'm not even talking about Beatriz yet. Look at this fucking Irina Alekseeva.
The perm.
Love me, say that you
Next
love
up.
Me. Fool me, go on and fool me.
Remember at UFC Rio, of course. I don't know the words. Next up at UFC Rio, we have Irina Alekseeva taking on Beatriz or Bea Mesquita. Irina Alekseeva 5-3 in her career, only 2-3 in her last 5, and she is on an unfortunate 2-fight skid, taking on Beatriz or Bea Mesquita, undefeated, 5-0 in her career. Listen, I'll get to the end in a second here. Irina Alekseeva, world Sambo champion.
Fuck?
World Sambo champion. She just walks forward. She wings punches from her hips. She'll walk you down like a zombie. She'll throw wild. Then she'll try to toss you. She'll try to grapple you. If you get tied up, you can expect to at least be attempted to go for a ride. Like most Sambo athletes, she's got good submissions, good takedowns. She will take risks. She can be taken down because of the risk she takes, but she doesn't care because she trusts her grappling off of her back. She does get hit. She gets hit with literally anything that gets thrown her way. She's coming off that loss to Claudia Segula where she absorbed 156 strikes. Taking on UFC newcomer Beatriz or Bea Mesquita. Depending on where you see her listed, whether it's the UFC website or your favorite sports book, it might be Bea, B-I-A, or Beatriz. She's a nasty grappler, like one of the best females in the world type grappler. Her striking is not very good, or at least she's not comfortable with it. She will move forward. She'll throw like crazy. And she's just desperately looking to get fights to the ground. She's exactly who Mackenzie Dern was, minus the toughness. And I'm not saying minus the toughness because Bea is not tough. I just don't know yet. We haven't seen her in those positions where Mackenzie Dern is quite literally one of the toughest females that have ever fought in the UFC. She is a death touch on the mat. She doesn't even need the mat, actually. She'll just climb your back against the cage and get it done. Here's my caveat here. I'm going to pick Bea because she should win. If this gets to the ground, which it may because Irina might take her down, she should win. But this would not be the first highly touted prospect that came into the UFC and lost. It wouldn't even be the first time this happened in a month. Noche UFC was a couple of weeks ago, and we saw Alice Pereira in the exact same situation. A juiced favorite came in here, got beat by a UFC veteran who doesn't have the greatest record. I'm going to pick Bia, but let me just caveat this with the fact that Irina is a world Sambo champion. If you don't know what Sambo is, it's basically wrestling with some punches and submissions.
Bullshit.
So it's not an insane thing to think that Irina can defend the mediocre takedowns with her World Sambo Championship, land the better of the sloppy strikes, and avoid the ground. That's not an absurd thing to think. So I'm going to pick Bia. She should win. She's just that good on the ground.
Is that a
but
Yorkie?
I'm leaving this shit. I am leaving this fight alone.
Is it a Yorkie?
It could be.
I'm trying to look at, see, what is that? I'm trying to look at that.
What is it?
See, what is going on in there?
It's a wild haircut. It is a wild haircut.
No, I'm not looking at the haircut. I'm looking at that.
Okay, the necklace. I thought you meant was that the...
Is that a Yorkie, or I'd love to be able to zoom into that thing and really see. It looks like a Yorkie in the Grand Canyon, or in a couple of fucking sitting in a valley of some sort, or. Oh my God! I was about to make a 9/11 Twin Towers joke there, but my gracious, a little too soon for that. Is it my turn yet?
It is.
Irina Alekseeva, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think she's a former lock of the week. You're not wrong about Beatriz. Her fucking striking, I'll just say it, it's fucking terrible. Her striking is terrible. She gets hit. Even on the regional scene against an 0-0 fighter, she almost got fucking put out with just like a clean right hand. If she gets hit early, if Irina just fucking blitzes this girl and hurt and fucking just lands early, she will panic shoot. And not only does her striking suck, but her fucking takedowns kind of suck as well. Now, if she gets on top of girls or she gets on, that's when she can shine. She is basically just pure fucking jiu-jitsu. The issue I have with this fight is Irina, in her fucking last fight, the lock of the week was under 2.5 because I was like, oh my God. As Angelo mentioned, we got this Sambo girl against this girl, Claudia Segula, that doesn't know how to fucking grapple at all. All Irina's got to do is get a takedown and fucking out-grapple this girl. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And she decided, I don't want to grapple. I'm just going to strike. And she fucking lost the fight because of it. Didn't shoot a single takedown. Got taken down on her own. It was the most insane. She was fighting somebody that didn't know how to fucking grapple a day in her fucking life. Didn't try to grapple at all. So I have to imagine in my heart of hearts that Irina's going to come in and grapple the grappler. She's probably going to come in and shoot a takedown, get fucking swept, and get fucking submitted. But I'm not going to take a chance at minus 500 with this girl. I'm not going to put her on parlays. Her sub bet is plus 100.
You literally have her in a parlay.
I literally do not fucking have her in a parlay, you stupid fucking retard. I have her at a sub play at plus 100 because if she does win, it's probably by submission. Didn't you just
rattle off the Brazil parlay with her?
It's a full fucking Brazil parlay. That's not a premium fucking parlay. That's a fun fucking plus 40,000 parlay. You fucking idiot. Don't ever
I'm not the idiot.
I don't hit women. I will slap a fucking bitch. And I'll slap that shit-ass fucking attitude straight out of your fucking mouth on Saturday. You ever come at me like that again. We'll sit there fucking Saturday. This sub bet is going to fucking hit, but we're going to be a little bit wishy-washy the first time she gets hit by Irina. That's going to be for damn sure. If Irina blitz her and fucking punch her in the face, it's going to be, oh, God. But if she gets her down, she should honestly submit her because Irina's a pretty... She slows down. She's a little bit sloppy on the ground. So...
Yeah, I mean, I get it. We basically drew the same conclusion and got there the same way, which I'm glad about because a lot of people are going to be loving, oh, Irina sucks, look at her record. And like, those might be factual statements, but styles make fights. And you got to look at what this matchup actually is. Straight jiu-jitsu versus at least a well-rounded fighter. Sometimes
those wild, hands-down, aggressive girls in your UFC debut, those are the ones that fucking will scare the fucking shit out of you. If you don't have good striking and good takedowns, all of a sudden this girl, Irina Alekseeva, is just throwing wild shit in your face, You might panic. I would fucking panic.
It might end up looking like the Ankh fight. Just get hit, shoot a shit takedown, just get bullied to your back and elbowed till you're done. It could literally look the exact same way. So I'm going to avoid this fight. It is an intriguing one. Bia should win, though. $9,600 in DraftKings Fantasy. If you think she wins, well, that $9,600 will be worth it because that's the only way she's going to win. I don't see her pulling off a decision here. If you are using our tools on the website, like the DraftKings Optimizer or the Fight Simulator that will build DraftKings Fantasy lineups for you, I would definitely make a few adjustments, include Irina in at least a few lineups. At least. There's your sprinkle. Not a bet, DraftKings-wise, because that'll at least free up some of the more expensive fighters on the card, and there is a world where Irina pulls off an upset here. You can check out every tool.
If you want to play a fucking bet, Alekseeva round 1 KOs plus 2,800. Because if this gets out of the first round, Irina slows down, she gets sloppy, she'll probably just get a sloppy fucking takedown or whatever. But, you know, that first round KO could be a little bit fucking pretty wild.
It's not
we hit a plus
sprinkle.
20. Hey, on the live stream, we hit that pipe for round 2 stuff for plus 2,200, and I played it absolutely perfectly. So he's going to go for the knockout in the first round. He was swinging heavy at the end of the first round. So if he can't get it, he's going to go for the wrestling, get the submission. That's the way he did it. Very smart.
There you go. I didn't know you hit that. Like I said, I avoid, when you're on a hot streak like this, I avoid your live streams. I don't want to be a jinx.
That's been working, so thank you.
Literally, because last year I would pop in, you'd be like, "We fucking look at this fat idiot. We were doing so well. Now look at us." So,
or we'd come in and you'd be like, "Hey, Angelo, give us a bet," and you'd be like, "Over 2.5."
Over 2.5.
I like the over here. We started. Honestly, we just started banning people that say over. Every time I ask for a bet, if you say something about buy points or over, whatever, we just ban them. We just move on.
What's funny is all those like gambling quotes are like, "Life's too short to bet the over or to bet the under." That applies to every sport except MMA. Because they're talking about just total point spread. Life's too short to bet the under.
When you're betting the under, you're already winning when the game starts.
Yeah. There you go. That is true.
Why is that funny?
More of this. You're right. Guys, WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. Every pick, every bet, every tool. No upsell, no cross-sell, no bullshit. It's $10 for an entire month's worth of access. Next up, at UFC Rio, we have Vitor Petrino taking on Thomas Petersen. Vitor Petrino, 12-2 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off his first win at heavyweight, taking on Thomas Petersen. 10-3 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is alternating wins and losses. Vitor Petrino, as we all know, was a fast, athletic guy, pretty powerful, solid left hook, dangerous striker, decent grappling as well. He actually has 17 takedowns in the UFC. Takedown defense just okay. Does a pretty good job working his way up if he is taken down. He had a couple of high-profile losses at light heavyweight. Lost to Anthony Smith where he ate a couple leg kicks, took a bad shot, got guillotined, and then he got put out by Dustin Jacoby after sort of winning that fight. I was about to say dominating. He wasn't dominating, but he was winning that fight pretty clearly. Eats a big one. He moved up to heavyweight. Runs through Austin Lane. And now here he is in his second fight at heavyweight, an incremental step up in competition. He's taking on Thomas Petersen. Solid wrestler. He'll work for everything from bear hugs to doubles. Striking's not very good, but he will just close that gap and close the distance with a couple of straight punches, try to get you against the cage and drag you to the ground. If he does get you to the ground, he's got great control on top, decent ground and pound. If he can't get you to the ground, he could be in a little bit of trouble. He's coming off the 9 takedown win over Dontel Mays. And I'm going to pick Vitor Petrino here. But what I will say is beating the shit out of Austin Lane doesn't prove that you're great. It's not like, oh, he moved up to heavyweight. He looked spectacular. He beat Austin Lane. He caught a kick, took him to the ground, and mauled him. Austin Lane's not very good. Now, Thomas Petersen isn't exactly a top 10 heavyweight, but he is a hard worker. He does have a decent chin, and he can wrestle. If he goes to actively wrestle Vitor, I'm not 100% sure how Vitor is going to react. Vitor will be the pick, though. He's still fast. He's still athletic. He's actually a decent size, even though he's not truly a heavyweight. So Vitor is going to be the pick. But if Thomas Petersen can weather an early storm, Vitor might slow down, and this could get sloppy and weird. I'm going Petrino. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I've been a Vitor Petrino hater for a long time, ever since he lost Anthony Smith and he's laughing and giggling. I saw him get knocked out in Tampa versus Dustin Jacoby. He's giving people high fives on the way out, laughing and giggling. I hate his fucking mentality. He went up to heavyweight just because he got tired of, he knew he couldn't be a prospect anymore at fucking 205. He didn't want to work hard to be able to maintain his weight. So now he's at heavyweight trying to beat up these guys. And honestly, he probably is going to beat up a lot of these guys, especially a guy like Thomas Petersen. I looked for reasons to want to pick Thomas Petersen because I fucking hate Vitor Petrino. But then I'm watching them fight, and I'm like, this is pretty much a tailor-made matchup for a guy like Vitor. Vitor can take him down if he wants to. He's going to be faster. He's going to be more powerful. Vitor was getting in trouble versus Anthony Smith with the calf kicks, which led him to, to kind of force the wrestling. He ended up in a guillotine. Thomas Petersen doesn't really have those calf kicks. And against a guy like Dustin Jacoby, as you mentioned, he was handling a very formidable kickboxer in Dustin Jacoby. Got caught at the end with some big power from Dustin. Thomas Petersen doesn't really have big power. He is a heavy bag with a decent jab that will stay in Vitor's face, but I as much as I hate saying this, it feels like just a good matchup for Vitor. He's going to be able to land. Vitor, I know at times can be a very, very almost too patient. What's his line at? I mean, the over 1.5 is minus 180. That makes sense to me. He's probably going to take his time. Thomas Petersen's a tough dude as well, but it seems like he's probably just going to be walking into the bigger shots. Could be a decision fight, but honestly, Vitor might be able to take this guy down and maul him there or find a big shot. So I'm going Vitor. I think it's just a good matchup for him. Well, hopefully he fucking smokes Thomas Petersen, gets a real heavyweight, and we can fade the shit out of him. That's probably best case scenario, honestly, is. But if you're looking to fade Vitor, I tried to find it. I can't really find it. I think your sprinkles on Thomas Petersen are going to be, like I said, sprinkles on fucking shit. It's just a good matchup for him. Thomas isn't dangerous. I don't think he's going to be able to take down a guy like Vitor, and after that, there's really nothing left.
Yeah, and I talked about this a few weeks ago when Alicia Ellison fought Brando Prekulik or whatever his name is. I was like, this dude's a part-time fighter. He's got a full-time job. He moonlights as a fist fighter. Thomas Petersen's in the exact same boat. He's a mechanic. He's a full-time union mechanic. And he should be. You cannot make a living. You can't feed a family. People can't depend on you as an entry-level UFC fighter. It's just not possible. So he should have another source of income. But that's not a recipe for success against somebody like Vitor Petrino, who is literally only doing this all day, every day, high-level athlete. They have invested the time, invested the money.
He's got to be a gigolo.
I mean, he's great looking. So if he is a gigolo, he's clean. He's doing pretty well.
If I looked like that and I lived in Brazil, oh my God. Oh my God.
But don't all the men look like that in Brazil?
The damage I would be doing, everyone would know my name in every fucking city. If I looked like that in Brazil, oh my God. I'd be putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers. Wilt Chamberlain said it, but who's the New York Knicks
100?
player too? God, I can picture him. He does the broadcast as well. Anyway, said that they slept with fucking thousands of pounds of women.
Skyhook, what's his name? The legend?
Yeah, he wears all the wild shit. Clyde Frazier, fucking God, I can't remember his fucking name. Anyway.
Yeah, we're both on the Vitor Petrino side. $9,100. That is a little tricky because he could find a finish as he did in his last fight, or he could get a decision. Vitor Petrino could just out-athlete for 15 minutes. We have seen him do it before.
He takes his time.
What'd you say?
He takes his time.
Yeah, exactly. So we could just end up in a decision win here where he's playing it safe and he doesn't really feel any risk, so there's no sense of urgency. Vitor Petrino is going to be the pick. I'm not sure about that $9,100 just yet, but if you do want to check out what the artificial intelligence has to say, the artificial intelligence has picked quite a few dogs on this card. Check it out now. WeWantPicks.com. It's only $10 for an entire month, and that's for everything, not just the AI. $2 super chat from Jafel Raza.
Hoffer.
Ili Jacob. What does that mean? Is ILY an acronym? I love you. I love you, Jacob.
There was no way that was a serious thing.
No, it was serious. Because it wasn't capital. I just, you need capital for an acronym.
Oh, Ili Jacob, speaking of, did you hear the news?
What? No.
The rumor is flying, and I didn't start this rumor, and it's a legend. I don't want this guy mad at me if it's not true, but people are saying that Ilya is not with his wife anymore. They deleted all their pictures on social media. He's been in Colombia.
Too much fame too fast.
They just had a kid, too, which adds some extra stress. He always talked like she was the fucking rock of it all. You got to have a loyal whatever. And rumor is that they broke up, and rest in peace, Justin Gagey, if that is the case, because that's going to be a man fucking on fire.
Yeah, I just Googled it. Rumor, Ilya Topuria broke up with his wife he met in Miami. Georgiana
Did you see that with the Nelk boys? That whole when he
like was pissed. Yeah, he was like, "What do you mean,
Miami girl, huh?" He's like, "What does that mean?"
Yeah,
like, no, she was just happened to be. She's not from Miami. She's happened to be, and you can meet. I mean, it's good for him.
Yeah, he stood up for her. Maybe she cheated. Why are we assuming he's the?
I didn't assume anything. You're the one that just assumed something. I just said that they same time.
I did.
Broken up.
I did just assume. $2 super chat from Space Monkey. Ange, lock in and get your purple belt already. Yeah, that's a lot of showing up. Josh said we did a bad takes. We were talking about Moneyberg, and Josh was like, yeah, because he's like, I've grappled with you. He's like, you're a mid-level purple belt. He's like, you're sandbagging with a blue. It's like, I can't give myself a belt, so I'm not sandbagging. I'm not actively choosing. This is what was given to me.
Couldn't he give you a belt?
I said that. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to, but you're not a blue, and I might give you one to stop fucking cheating. I was like, I'm not at tournaments competing as a blue. Like, it is what it is. And I'm like, and I don't wear the bathrobe. So you don't get promoted if you don't wear the bathrobe. He's like, well, you're a mid-level purple. Stop fucking around. I'm like, all right. $2 from Jaffer Raza. What the fuck, Jacob? You're not going to tell me you love me?
Angelo really kind of stole that moment there. He really kind of derailed me, and I didn't really like the way he read that comment. Honestly, comments addressed to me, I'm not sure why Angelo's even reading them. So, Hafaraza, I definitely apologize for Angelo's unprofessionalism. I know that those donations were meant for me. I'm not sure why he read them and ruined our moment.
I will no longer read them.
We will, I'll make it up to you, definitely tomorrow night.
I will no longer read. If his name is in it, there will be no words from me. Next up, at UFC Rio, we have the featured fight of the evening, featured prelim of the evening, Jafel Filho taking on Clayton Carpenter. Jafel Filho, 16-4. 16-4 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off that decision loss to Alan Nascimento, taking on Clayton Carpenter, 8-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off the decision loss to Tagir Ulanbekov. This should be a very fun fight. Both these guys are somewhat similar. Fast-paced guys. They'll both engage in a firefight. They'll both work in some takedowns. They both can get wild. They both have good jiu-jitsu. They are almost mirror images of each other. Jafel has good takedown defense, good offensive takedowns. He's mostly looking...
What else does he have?
An immunity to spider bites?
No. What else does he have?
Good jiu-jitsu?
And?
Great hair?
And?
I'm running out of things.
He's got the Lord. He's got God.
He is a Brazilian Bryce Mitchell. So, Jafel, while having God on his side...
He's an actual pastor, He's a pastor at a church.
I didn't know that. Good for him.
Yeah, that's not just... Bryce Mitchell's not
it's
a
not
fucking
a bit.
pastor. He's not fucking... He's not preaching at a church. He's preaching on fucking Twitter, but Jafel's actually he's an actual pastor at a church.
There you go. He's taking on Clayton Carpenter. Actually, sorry, real quick. Jafel is coming off that loss to Alan Nascimento where he did have 4 takedowns. And he's taking on Clayton Carpenter. Clayton Carpenter's relatively young. He's not super young. You can see here he's 29, but he's relatively young. He's a slick grappler in his own right. He'll take chances. He'll hunt for submissions. Fast-paced guy, rushes forward. These guys are literally almost mirror images of each other. He's coming off that loss to Tagir where he was taken down 3 times, but he showed us that he can be busy off of his back. Clayton Carpenter is a high-level jiu-jitsu guy, but he also will get after on the feet. He has a no-gi world championship, a gi world championship. He's got a great chin. We saw that in his last fight. He's got good offensive takedowns. He's not a jiu-jitsu nerd. I think Clayton wins this fight. I bet on Clayton when he was plus 103 because I think they are very, very similar, except Clayton, I think, has a little bit better of a chin. No reason to think Jafel's chinny, but I know for a fact Clayton's got a good chin. And I think he's got a little better jiu-jitsu, and I think he has a little better wrestling. So I think he's just slightly better in most of these categories. So I went ahead and I bet on him. Jacob, what do you think? Oops. We were already on that.
We have an app, ladies and gentlemen. Go to the App Store and Clayton Carpenter is not fucking ready for the storm that Jafel Filho, the pastor, the man of God, is going to bring into this Brazilian Rio fucking octagon. He is just not ready for this. If you guys didn't know, Angelo mentioned Jafel Filho came in against Alan Nascimento, a fucking tank of a man. Also a very high-level fucking wrestler, high-level fucking grappler with a good striker as well. Came in, got 4 takedowns, got 6 minutes of control, outstruck the guy, got reversed a couple times. That dude, Filho, this is like the fucking Alex Pereira Ankalaev situation. Because Filho made it close, ran out a little bit of a steam in the 3rd round, and honestly, he was my lock of the week, and I was watching that fight being like, man, this isn't the Filho I know. This isn't the hard-working, wild dude that's going to outwork people. You saw that in his debut against Mokaev. I mean, he had Mokaev in some very interesting positions. I'm like, where is the fire? Turns out, this guy, Jafel Filho, was bitten by a fucking spider earlier in the week, had a horrible reaction, couldn't even walk, was on antibiotics. The doctor said, don't fucking fight, dude. You should not fight. The doctor straight up told him, do not fight. Do not fight. And he said, fuck it. I gotta go in there and fucking fight. And he almost pulled that shit out against a high-level fucking wrestler and grappler. He was getting the takedowns, just got swept a couple times. You saw against the Daniel Baez, the fucking, his body's hurt. Boom! Came back, got the takedown, got the submission. This guy is all fucking heart, all fucking determination. He flows so well in the striking to mix with the wrestling to the grappling. I see Clayton Carpenter and I see stiffness. This guy is just like when he strikes, and he's got decent striking, but he's kind of just boxy and he's fucking not real flowy. The grappling, it's kind of the same thing. This guy Filho is much more flowy. He's an absolute fucking dog. And if he did that to Alan Nascimento at fucking 30%, 40%, just like they were saying Alex Pereira against Ankalaev, we just saw what happened there. I fully expect the same thing to happen. Filo's going to come across, meet fire with fire, win the striking. He's going to panic shoot. Filo's going to win the fucking grappling and probably find a first-round fucking finish. I love Filho. I love him this week. And the fact that he was just sick as fucking shit makes me feel so much better, because I was watching that Nascimento fight being like, this is not the Filho I know. Then it came out after the fact. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. This is a fucking gift of a line. He is going to smoke this guy, Clayton Carpenter.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I also like Jafel Filho a lot. He had Mohammed Mokaev's knee in the wrong direction.
Dude, his striking is fucking insane. He throws fucking heat. He doesn't give a fuck.
No, I like him a lot. Like I said, I just think Clayton is a little better in a couple of key areas. I think he's the better wrestler. I think he's the better at jiu-jitsu, and I think that'll be the difference. That fight against Tagir, it was a loss, but it was like, whoa, Clayton Carpenter is tough. He can be good, and that's why I lean that direction. And I mentioned he was plus money. We have this comment from Isaac. I live in my mother's basement. I'm a dork loser with a small dick. Says, when was he plus 103? This is when. There's the ticket, shit liquor. Right there. He was plus 103 on 10/3, October 3rd at 7:44 p.m. There's the ticket. You half-wit nerd burger. I don't know if I would bet him if he was plus 120, plus 130, and if that line kept moving, I don't think I'm going to touch it. But when I saw he was plus money, and it's a relatively close fight, I think he's slightly better. Bingo bongo.
I would encourage everybody to go bet Clayton Carpenter. I would really love if everyone's like, oh, Filho didn't look good against. Go bet, please. Do me a favor. WeWantPicks.com/bets and sign up for Bet Online and go bet on Clayton Carpenter for Papa. I would love it.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't.
He's plus 100 now.
Who is Jeff? Oh, it's still moving.
Keep pumping those numbers up, man.
I am picking Clayton for Clayton's skills. You mentioned if you think Jafel looked bad, and that's right. I'm not in that camp. I don't think he looked bad in his last fight. I'm picking Clayton for Clayton. So
the guy got bit by a fucking spider. Trust me, as a fucking Black Widow survivor, I understand what the guy was going through. He said he couldn't fucking walk during fight week because his foot was so fucking infected, and he still went in there, nearly won the fight, and now. And I know as well, once you survive something like that, once you see the death in the eyes of the fucking spider bite, and you overcome that, the fucking power that you feel coursing through your... Every day I walk around with this little fucking edge on me, and it's from the fucking spider juices. I can just tell. Like, there's little spider senses and stuff, little tingly feelings. Sometimes I'm like, sometimes I'm looking at the corner, I'm like, man, I feel like I just stick up there, man. Jafel's gonna be sticking all over this guy. Kind of...
shooting webs.
Bitch.
Sure.
Fuck you, bitch.
Well, Jacob and I are split on this fight. Very split, it sounds. So if you need a tiebreaker, go to the website. You have multiple tiebreakers. You see what BetSam thinks, see what Artem thinks, see what the artificial intelligence thinks. We have 5 different people, one of them a robot, picking fights. We have people giving you bets. We have tools. We have information. We have insight. We have Teach a Man the Fish. We have copy paste. It is quite literally the greatest offering this space has ever and will ever see. That is not an exaggeration. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's freaking $10 for an entire month.
Oh my God, BetSam.
For this fight?
Yeah, you pick Carpenter too. I love it.
This guy said, unban me so I can sub fat ass. What are you banned
Discord.
on? Oh.
He's talked about it like 10 times.
Well, Discord is not premium, so you don't need... Discord is its own thing, man.
He's just making a point. He's trying to make a deal.
Yeah. You must have said some fucking shit to get banned in Discord. Guys, we have an app. Jacob said it before. The app is 100% free. Just go to the App Store, search We Want Picks. You'll have the app, push notifications, every tool we offer, everything inside of the app, ready to go. The push notifications are solid because you'll find out when we place bets. You'll see when new content gets dropped.
Got the whole world
in his hands. You get all the premium tools in the app.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands.
And the
He's
app.
got the itty bitty children in his hands.
He's got the fight simulator in his hands. He's got the new optimizer in his hands, and it now builds FanDuel lineups. He's got the data analyzer in his hands. He's got the data analyzer. The line movement tracker's in there as well. The prop hunter's in there as well. Curated set of data specifically designed to help you find prop bets. The tape index for those of you who like to do your own research. And all of those tools are built out for the future. So premium membership is for an entire month. It's $10 for an entire month.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that fight. Dude, I called that fight a long time ago.
Which one?
The fucking Steve Garcia, David Onama fight. That thing is going to be fucking bonkers, dude. There was no 2 people in the division that match energy better than fucking Steve Garcia and fucking David Onama. That thing is going to be insane. And David smokes him, obviously.
It'll be it's an interesting fight for sure. Steve Garcia's on that. Is he on the longest?
I might go to that, honestly. What was that, November 1st, I think Dolgarian's on that card too.
Is it November 1st? Damn.
I think so.
It's the I guess it has to be November 1st. So yeah, looking at a calendar here, basically. It's going to be an interesting fight because that's Steve Garcia's, I think, the longest active win streak or longest active knockout streak, something like that. Obviously, he didn't get.
I said that. I tried to. When I tweeted originally, I was like, I wanted that to be the featured fight at UFC Noche. I'm like, his last name's Garcia. Fucking. I said that would be a great fight for fucking Noche, and they honestly probably needed that fucking fight. But main event, I mean, people are gonna be like, but it's gonna be a fucking great fight.
We have been spoiled. We haven't.
Steve is more of a dog. You are stupid, Tittlefits, and I hate saying that to you because I love you, and I say it out of love and a little bit of lust because I like your body as well. David Onama, watch that fucking Nate Landwehr fight. That dude's a fucking dog. David Onama's a fucking dog.
It's definitely a good fight for a lot of different reasons. And we've been spoiled. We haven't even attempted to go to the Apex for a while. But if you become a premium member, you'll get UFC Rio, UFC Vancouver, UFC 321, and then, well, I don't know what Vegas that is, 108, 109, 110?
110 or 111 maybe?
I think it's 111. Yeah, I don't know. But you'll get that. Every pick, every bet, every tool along the way. $2 from Jafel. You're supposed to read these. Oh, is this from before still?
You are so fucking stupid, dude.
I read it before. Why is it still?
Literally so fucking stupid.
Listen, the software lines up the super chats. I've already clicked on it and read it. So I don't know if he sent
People were talking about Saturday. They're like, why don't you ever do a fight companion with Angelo? It's like he doesn't understand. He cannot do two things at once, guys. If he's watching the fights, he can't read the chat. If he's reading the chat, he reads it linearly. He can't just fucking see the flow of the chat. He tries to read everything, and he won't be able to watch the fights. He can't do two things at once, let alone fucking. I can be telling a story while I'm watching the fight, I'm watching the fight, and reading the chat, reacting to the chat, watching the fight, give a little commentary in the middle of a story. My mind processing power is that of like a supercomputer, and Angelo's is like the computer that sent people to the moon.
First of all, I'm doing three things at once right now.
Individually. You can't flow and do two. Talk to the chat a little bit while you're in the P.O. box.
Guys, Preston, I see you in there. You talk about I don't eat breakfast. You want to send me some breakfast? Go to the P.O. Box. P.O. Box 406, Prosperous, Texas, 75078. Perry says, why don't you ever host, Angelo? And the reason I don't host is I mean, that's just wrong. I'm hosting right now. I host all of these shows. What are you talking about? Why don't I host? I'm the host. And what happened a few weeks ago when Jacob took the reins for a fight breakdown and was fumbling and bumbling and couldn't get
What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
Yeah, what? Give me the next fight. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, good luck.
Next up, we've got a Brazilian versus an American matchup in Lucas Almeida, 15-4, 2-3 in his last five, versus Michael Aswell, the minus 139 favorite. A little bit surprising here, the 10-3, 3-2 in his last five. Lucas Almeida, a very fast, dynamic striker. This guy is a fucking black belt in jiu-jitsu, black belt in Muay Thai, black belt in karate. Unbelievable everywhere, but sometimes can be a little chinny. We'll see if Michael can find that power shot. Michael, very steady, and nobody will ever question the toughness of Michael Aswell. You saw that in his last fight. You saw that in his Contender Series fight. No matter what happens, he will keep pumping that jab. He will keep throwing combinations. And in this fight, that's exactly what he may need, is that toughness, because Lucas Almeida has kind of turned a corner in his career, in my opinion. I believe he is going to come in with the pressure, with the striking. Does he hang out in the pocket a little bit too much? Absolutely. But I've seen in the tape with Michael Aswell that as tough as he is and as dynamic he can be with combinations, the power I don't believe is going to be there. The takedowns aren't going to be there for a guy like Lucas Almeida. And if he can't hurt Lucas, he saw in that last fight, he will just keep bringing that pressure. And even against a very dynamic Danny Silva, which I believe Michael Aswell is kind of a Danny Silva plan B. Danny Silva's got wrestling. Will stay in your face. That Puma fucking pressure with that nonstop boxing. If you watch that third round, it was Lucas Almeida bringing that pressure. I think this is a step down in competition for Lucas Almeida. He's going to be the more powerful guy, the more dangerous guy on the ground. And Michael Aswell, without the power to hurt Lucas, I think Lucas is going to get this done. Maybe not find a finish, because I do, and I will never question the toughness of a guy like Michael Aswell. But Lucas Almeida, he's going to be faster, rangier, more powerful, more dynamic. I'm surprised to see him as a dog here, Angelo. How do you feel about this fight? How do you see it going? Who would you favor? And do you agree that Michael Aswell is a tough son of a bitch?
Great job, Jacob. Much better than the first time you did it. You did a great job A little bit of screen reading to start, but
screen reading.
Then you hit your.
I had no notes, Angelo. You read a fucking
That's
script.
why I
All
said
of
screen
that
reading.
is off the top of the fucking dome.
No,
I'm not reading shit. I'm sitting here fucking freeballing the whole fucking thing, motherfucker.
Yeah, when you hit your rhythm, it was great. I'm just talking to you a little like the American, like you were just reading that stuff. But
I know he's an American. I don't know that Michael Aswell's a fucking American.
You cover that flag and tell me that doesn't look like an Armenian right now.
Fuck out of here.
Cover that flag with your thumb and tell me that is not an Armenian.
Here.
That is an Armenian looking right
jerk
at
it
you.
on your fucking forehead, homo.
I've never seen a more Armenian looking guy.
Oh my God.
Anyway, very good job.
That's better than you've ever fucking done.
You did a good job. I said you did a good job.
Say it again. Say you're proud of me.
You just start crying.
Have you seen that TikTok? We talked about that?
No, but it's like
when the
Goodwill
guy drives
Hunting.
up to the prostitute.
It's not your fault. No.
He drives up and there's a prostitute or whatever. He's like, what will you do for $20? And she's like, what do you want? He's like, will you say, you're proud of me? She's like, what? He's like, will you just say you're proud of me? And she's like, I guess. Hands her $20. She's like, I'm proud of you. And he's like, thank you. And just fucking drives off crying. It's so funny.
Can you get arrested for that? I guess not, right?
I don't know.
There was, like you still paid a prostitute, but it wasn't for. I wonder if you still get arrested. Officer, what did I do? Listen, Jacob did a great job. I'm going to lean Michael Aswell here. The reality is, look at these strike numbers. 9.10 significant strikes landed per minute. And he did that against Polastri, somebody who is fast, who is dangerous. He landed more than 100 significant strikes in that. And he won a round. And that was in short notice. On the Contender Series, he lost to Bogdan Grad. He's had a tough slate in the UFC. I think Michael Aswell can literally just tough his way into a win here. Just move forward, stay insanely busy. Lucas Almeida, Jacob mentioned, is good. He's dangerous. He's all the things. He's also hittable. When he senses blood, he'll go crazy. His takedown defense is not great at 53%. I think Aswell can just pressure forward, sneak out a close one.
Takedown numbers a little skewed. Getting mauled by Pat Sabatini isn't that big a deal. Like, anybody in that position is going to get fucking mauled by Pat Sabatini is what it is. And he gets knocked out by, Andre Filho. He threw a calf kick that he missed on, then immediately for some reason threw another just naked calf kick, and Andre's like, okay, he fucking just threw a right hand and just fucking smoked him. So, but Filho's got real power. Michael's he's kind of got pillow fist.
He does not have a lot of power, but he just got insane forward pressure and volume. This isn't enemy territory. We might get a weird decision. This is a razor thin fight. I was shocked to see that Michael Aswell is like a meaningful favorite here. And not only is he a meaningful favorite, the line's widening. You can see here it's barely widened from open to now. But when I broke this down just a few days ago, it wasn't quite this wide. So it's, it's sort of popping up and then popping back down.
Everyone go bet Michael Aswell, please.
I was surprised.
There's two lines I'm waiting to see if they're, because it does feel like they're probably going to get more wide. That's the Filho one. I imagine Filho might be plus 130 here in a couple days because, just optically, Clayton seems like he's kind of that dude or whatever. And Lucas Almeida, he might widen as well.
This one is surprising because Michael Aswell is winless in the UFC. Obviously, a couple of tough fights. One was on short notice. I think he wins this fight. I think it's just literally marching forward, getting the volume, but he doesn't really have the finishing power. He will be in Brazil. This could be a weird scorecard. I'm not touching this at all. I totally get the love for Lucas Almeida, who actually has wins at this level. So I'm going to leave this fight alone.
He's a sneaky black belt jiu-jitsu as well. We might see a different game plan. I mean, I looked at his Instagram too because I like to do the deep dives on some of these dogs and stuff. And he's talking about like, I'm going in there for fucking like my family and fucking like it seems not that everyone's pretty motivated, but he's talking some shit.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a very fun scrap. That is why it's on the main card, considering neither one of them have like a ton of success. The fact that for the Valter Walker fight's not on the main card and this is, tells you how much faith the UFC has in these guys.
I give Aswell a big cardio edge too. I mean, the Puma pressure is, Danny Silva usually breaks people, and it was Lucas that was moving forward in that third round, so I'd be careful betting on that.
Okay, well, if you guys need a tiebreaker, since Jacob and I are split here, go to the website. We got a couple.
Let's see what's going on here. Oh, Bet's him, smart guy.
There we go. So that's 2-1. Go see what Artem has to say. Go see what the artificial intelligence has to say. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's only $10 for every single pick, every single bet, every single tool for an entire month. Next up, at UFC Rio, we have Ricardo Ramos taking on Khan Offley. Ricardo Ramos, 17-7 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He is coming off that decision loss to Chepe Mariscal, taking on Khan Offley, 11-4 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5, looking for his first UFC win. I get Ricardo being the favorite. These odds seem to be getting a little wide. Ricardo's good. He's very dangerous. Pretty good everywhere. He's tall. He's rangy, slick BJJ. Good high kicks, good spinning kicks, a great jab, solid leg kicks. If he hits the ground, he's always looking for something. And he's coming off that loss to Chepe Mariscal, where it was just really Chepe's insane pace that prevented Ricardo from doing what he wanted to do. He's taking on BJJ black belt Khan Offley. He's a solid grappler, decent takedowns, decent striking. He's busy on the ground. He's always looking for something. He's not long, right? He's short. He's compact, so he relies on just strength and being like a no-neck strong guy to get through some of these positions. He's kind of hard to move around. He's not easy to set up. He has no problem being in a boring clinch or holding against the cage. He's coming off that decision loss to Mohammed where he came out aggressive, but then he just full-blown settled for just clinch work and stalling. I think this is kind of a tough spot. I'm going to pick Ricardo Ramos. I think he's just better and more dangerous almost everywhere. But we've seen Khan be perfectly happy holding somebody against the cage, being strong, slowing down the pace. And if he does that here, he might have some random success. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pick Ricardo, who typically doesn't have the best takedown defense, but he is that team alpha male. Let's hope he's getting the wrestling looks. He can keep this fight standing. Ricardo Ramos is going to be the pick. What do you think, Jacoby?
Here is a fun fact that I put on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, X, Instagram, if that's something you're interested in. Ricardo Ramos in his last. I'll give you a little Q&A here. His last 5 fights combined, 5 total fights. How many total strikes do you think he has landed in 5 fights combined?
I assume it's a low number.
Last couple more decisions, right? I think he has a couple decisions in there. And
let's say total combined strikes in 5 fights, 65.
About 75. He has 75 strikes, which is not a whole lot. And he actually has 6 UFC fights where he has 10 or less total strikes, which is pretty insane. I mean, he's lost by guillotine a couple times, got some early finishes on the plus side as well. Ricardo should be the better fighter here. I mean, he should be. To me, it just seems like an experience thing. Yeah, he's stumbled or whatever, but he's got the UFC experience. Khan has shown deficiencies in the striking and shouldn't be able to get the grappling going against Ricardo. Ricardo was a guy that was kind of forcing the wrestling. Then he backed off the wrestling and kind of show off the striking. If he kind of just mixes it all up here, he should be able to win. He's not a guy that I'm going to bet on. You know, minus 185, minus 200. There's better spots on this card, I think. So I'm going to leave it alone. But Ricardo should be able to win this fight. I mean, it should just be a little bit cleaner everywhere.
Yeah, I agree. You're not worried about just the random bowling ball cage control?
I say I wasn't going to bet him, so yeah, I guess I am.
There we go. $8,800 in DraftKings Fantasy for Ricardo Ramos. I actually don't know if that money's going to be worth it because Khan's tough and he is just like short and thick. I don't know if Ricardo's going to be able to knock him out or submit him.
The submissions are pretty slick. I mean, the speed at which he got Josh Coulibao's back and threw in a sub. I mean, he basically sub. I don't know how the fuck Coulibao got out of the sub. And the speed at which he did that, he's pretty slick on the fucking ground.
He is slick and he's long and he uses his length pretty well on the ground. Khan's also a BJJ black belt. Like I think we end up in a decision here. I think Ricardo has some really cool moments and it's exciting and it's fun. And then Khan will just grab onto something, slow the pace, and survive. We're both on the Ricardo Ramos side, but if you want to check out every pick we have, every bet we have, every tool we have, not just for this card, but next week's Vancouver, UFC 321 the week after that, and then the fight night after that, just go to WeWantPicks.com and click Become a Member at the top. Next up, at UFC Rio, we have Jonata Diniz taking on Mario Pinto. Jonata Diniz 9-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that bounce back win over Alvin Hines. And he has taken on the undefeated 10-0, 5-0 in his last 5, 7 career finish win having Mario Pinto. These are two heavyweights that will strike. What's funny is it's a 1.5 round line, and the over is favored here, and that's because they're both kind of technical strikers. Jonathan Deniz, a good striker, clean technique. He does have good power. He throws in combinations, got good defense as well, good speed for his size and professional kickboxing experience. He is coming off that decision win over Alvin Hines, where Alvin, who is made out of refrigerator material, wasn't knocked out, and then shortly after that fight, failed for steroids. He's taking on Mario Pinto, technical striker. He takes his time. He doesn't just get after it. He tries to find a rhythm. He likes to settle in, lets his hands go. He does a good job working leg kicks. And despite having some power, he doesn't really chase it. He kind of looks to flow. His striking defense is interesting, though, because he just leans his head back. There's none of that, just leans his head back and hopes that he gets after it or out of the way. That could be a problem here because Jonathan Deniz is also a high-level striker. Jonathan Deniz has wins at this level. Jonathan Deniz has been training MMA for a little bit longer. Jonathan Deniz is a very good fighter, and I'm actually going to pick him to win here. I think we're getting a little bit of a discount on Jonathan because he didn't knock out Alvin Hines. And I understand Alvin Hines is not very good, but Deniz sort of beat him up. And Alvin just happens to be insanely durable. I had Mario Pinto picked. I had Mario Pinto written down in my notes, and then I was filming the quick pick video, and if you've watched it, you literally see me flip my pick real time because I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at the stats. I'm thinking about it. It's like, I wanted to pick Jonathan to begin with. I'm just picking him now. He's going to be the pick here. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, minus 110 on either side seems to make sense to me. Anybody that acts like they know what's going to happen in this fight, I think is fooling themselves. They either have some bias against Deniz or for Deniz in some sort of way. I'm going to pick Deniz because I think it's just an experience thing. He's got high-level kickboxing. He's got a little bit more experience in the UFC at this point as well. Mario Pinto, he seems like an undefeated young dude. Like, he just carries that attitude, and sometimes that can be a good thing, and sometimes that can be a bad thing. Sometimes you can be a little bit too casual about things. You saw that in the Austin lane. He got a little bit casual. He got rocked a little bit, and when he got rocked, he was almost like laughing about it. Like, looked at his corner, was like kind of giggling about it. It's like, dude, you got to fucking lock in. I know he ended up swinging that right hand and knocking out Austin Lane, and good for him. And he ate that shot, and what it is. He's still undefeated. But I didn't like that mentality. I've seen Jonathan Deniz kind of bite down in certain situations. Obviously, the Type 4 fight, it was a doctor stoppage, but it's not like he gave up in that fight, right?
Yeah,
he still wanted to keep fighting and stuff like that. If Mario Pinto comes in and smokes him, he has those abilities. I'm not going to be surprised. If Jonathan Deniz is just the more experienced guy, kind of gets in his face, and Mario Pinto starts seeing adversity at kind of high level and starts folding, I'm not going to be crazy surprised. I'm not betting this fight because there could be an early finish. They could kind of stare at each other because they both respect each other. This could go long. This could be a decision. I have no idea what to expect with these guys. It should be a fun fight, hopefully. I know both these guys can kind of be a little bit wait for the counter strike. Deniz wants to sit on that kind of like those check hooks. Mario kind of wants a counter strike as well. So it could be a slow fight. Over 1.5 could be interesting. Minus 175. It is what it is. I'm picking Deniz just based off more of a experience in this kind of department. But, Mario seems like he could be a prospect, but we'll see. I think this is who is real. That's how I see this fight. Like, who is going to be actually, okay, let's start pushing them to the top 15, and who's going to be kind of fraudulent. I think this is the fight to kind of weed out which one of those is actually going to be a close to a top 15 guy in the heavyweight division. It's probably a good fight to have, and it'll be interesting. But I'm taking Deniz.
Yeah, and Janana obviously got finished by Marcin Tybura, but a couple of notes there. Marcin Tybura is a top 10 heavyweight, has been for a very long time. He also almost had Marcin knocked out. Like, he had him in a lot of trouble. Then he just ended up on the ground, and he sucks on the ground. I don't think it's going to matter in this fight. So, ultimately, I started on the Mario side, went ahead and flipped it. This could be a really fun fight, or this could be a low-volume hangout on the outside sort of jab fest because they're both afraid of the power. Either way, this is what we've got. A heavyweight fight on the main card. It's two strikers. One of them's from Brazil, fighting in Brazil. Let's hope for some excitement. $7,900 in DraftKings Fantasy. Logic will say that whoever wins this fight should win by finish, so pick your side and jump in. If you want to check out what the tools have to say, we have an artificial intelligence. We have a fight simulator that simulates fights 100,000 times. We have tape index. If you want to do your own research, check it all out. Unlock it instantly. It's $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. While we're live, we always got people in here and everybody wants to be a genius. The Prophet said, I ain't no fool. I said Zalal by sub last card when nobody said Zalal. Jacob literally bet on Yusuf Zalal to win by submission. Joe Pfeiffer via sub when nobody said, or when everybody, he's mixing up everybody and nobody. But Jacob was on those, buddy. Good job. But Jacob was on those as well. Next up. At UFC Rio, we have Vicente Luque taking on Joel Alvarez in the featured fight of the evening. Vicente Luque, 23-11 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that submission loss to Kevin Holland, taking on Joel Alvarez, 22-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's on a nice little 3-fight win streak. And we're not that far removed from Vicente Luque being everybody's favorite fighter. Going into the Bilal Mohammed fight, everybody loved Vicente Luque. This guy's the best future world champ. Then he gets out wrestled by Bilal. Then he gets a brain bleed to Jeff Neal. Vicente Luque just hasn't been the guy that he was just a few years ago. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's either lying about his age or he's been in so many wars that he's just a shell of himself. But if we look at him, if we look at his greater body of work, he's a very good striker. He's a very good wrestler. He's a very good grappler. He is good at everything MMA. But he's older. He's beat up. He's used. He's worn out. He literally had bleeding inside of his brain. And here he is. He is coming off of that loss to Kevin Holland, where he came out with a wrestle-heavy game plan, but he went ahead, got a little bit of trouble, got taken down, ultimately got finished. He's taking on Joel Alvarez. Joel Alvarez, 22-3. And a whole lot of those wins are by finish. He's tall at 6'3". He's got very good grappling. He has never gotten a single takedown in his UFC career, and he has no interest to. He's only defended one. If you try to take him down, you can. If you need to be pushing forward and striking with him, you might end up in some trouble because now he's got some power in his hands as well. He has submitted 4 of the 6 people who did end up taking him down, so he is dangerous everywhere. He just knocked out Drakkar Klose, where it was clear, again, that he cannot defend takedowns. But he also has some incredible power. Joel Alvarez is becoming the guy that everybody says he was. We're a few years removed from when I sat here and I said Arman Sarukian beats Joel Alvarez. Arman Sarukian was a 2-1 favorite, and I got ridiculed. People jumped down my throat. People made that sound like the worst take in history. He was a 2-1 favorite. And then he beat the fuck out of Joel Alvarez. And then Joel left for like a year, came back. He's been different ever since. I'm going to pick Joel Alvarez here. I think this version of Vicente Luque is just a shell of who he used to be. My one and only concern is that Joel's takedown defense is non-existent and he doesn't care to defend takedowns. And Vicente came into that Kevin Holland fight with a wrestle-heavy game plan. If he does the same here, who's to say he can't get takedowns and just stay safe and not get submitted? I'm going to pick Joel. I got a little money on Joel. But Vicente does have that veteran savvy, and if he could just avoid the brain bleed, he might be able to do some weird shit here. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, it's an interesting fight for his welterweight debut. Obviously, he should be the favorite here. He's long rangy, got crazy Muay Thai elbows, knees, incredible fucking grappling as well. So I get the odds. I'm playing him. He should be able to win this fight. But your first fight against these bigger guys, when you're used to being the tall guy, you can run into some issues with the strength. You're not used to the strength with kind of knowing the range versus the shorter guys. Not that Vicente is like this big fucking 170 guy, but it does make a little bit of a difference when you're in there against bigger guys, when you're not used to the 170 power, you're not used to the 170 length, when you're used to being the taller guy, being able to pull back, you just head straight back. A lot of times you see with these tall guys, it's not head movement, it's not hands up, it's just kind of leaning back. When you get these longer guys in the bigger divisions, it could give you issues. But regardless of what happens, I believe that the under 1.5 is going to hit. Joel Alvarez is a guy that doesn't really fucking take his time. He doesn't really fuck around. And Vicente Luque has shown now the durability is an issue, but he doesn't really go out like a bitch either, right? If somebody gets in his face, he's going to try to shoot a takedown and maybe get in trouble. Or he's going to try and fucking swing back, and he's got power. Vicente's got power, and maybe Joel gets a little bit too aggressive. He throws that big overhand right. He's able to land something against a taller guy. Crazier things have happened than Vicente Luque coming in and finding a knockout against a tall guy in Joel Average. But Joel is a guy that gets after it. I fully believe that something is going to happen in that first round, just the way that he fights and the way that Vicente kind of responds to he kind of matches energy. And typically when you're matching energy against Joel Average, it doesn't really go your way. I like Joel in this fight. I understand the price tag. It's probably going to be by finish, and I think it's going to be under 1.5 as well, either way. So I kind of played it both ways. Little bit of a hedge to play the under 1.5 if you have Joel in parlays, because if Vicente wins, it feels like it's probably going to be some flash something early, but I think Joel's going to get in his face and do what Joel does with those big elbows, those big strikes. And if Vicente wants to wrestle, I think it's going to be more of a panic wrestle situation. And in those situations, Joel fucks people up with the front chokes, with the fucking triangles, all that shit. So Joel's just really fucking good. And I hope that he fucking is able to settle into this 170 division. Because sometimes you get pushed to a division and you're not really dominant as you were. If he stays as dominant as 170, he's a fun fucking dude. Prime of his career, 32 years old. He's going to be a lot of fun. So I kind of hope that he does do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, it will be a fun fight. It's a very interesting fight for sure. A couple different plot lines. Is Joel that guy? Can Luque still be that guy? And obviously the odds and most people are all over Joel here. I am as well. $9,500 in DraftKings Fantasy. If you don't trust the durability, then that's where you need to go. And Joel Alvarez is funny because he basically is Kevin Holland, right? Doesn't offensively wrestle, doesn't have great takedown defense, but has good striking and great jiu-jitsu.
Oh, he's got way better striking than Kevin Holland.
And look what we just got.
Way better jiu-jitsu too, yeah.
Yeah, and look what we just got. Like, look what just happened. So, it's a very interesting situation here where it just might be more of the same for Vicente, but he does have the skills. I just don't think he still has that durability. If you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, everything that we offer for every fight in an entire month, WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. Next up, at UFC Rio, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have former world champion Deiveson Figueiredo taking on Montel Jackson. Deiveson Figueiredo, 24-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 on an unfortunate 2-fight skid. Taking on Montel Jackson, 15-2 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 on a 6-fight win streak. And these odds seem a little bit wide if you're only looking at resumes. Deiveson Figueiredo, the former flyweight champion of the world. He moved up to bantamweight, and he had some success at bantamweight. We've seen some cardio improvements, a higher focus on the wrestling. In fact, he has 11 takedowns in his last 5 fights, which is more than the 7 fights before that combined. He's a well-rounded guy. He's dangerous everywhere. He's got power in his hands, well-timed takedowns. He is a BJJ black belt. There's some dog in him. We've seen him get finished, but he can get into a dogfight. He is coming off that loss to Corey Sandhagen. It was technically an injury loss, but things didn't really seem to be going great for him. Taking on Montel Jackson. This guy's made a name for himself with power and speed. Quick is literally in the nickname. He's got a full resume of knockouts. He also has some decisions and submissions, so you know he can do everything. He was at the Olympic training facility for wrestling for a while. He had aspirations to compete at that level. So it's a guy that has very good wrestling, insanely powerful hands, very fast. Takedown accuracy is 62%. He averages more than 3 takedowns per fight. And that's why he's the favorite here, right? He should be younger. He should be faster. He's got very good wrestling. He's got powerful hands. And I fully recognize all of that. I'm going to pick Montel Jackson to win because I do think he's a little faster. I think he's a little cleaner. Deiveson Figueiredo in this fight is not the guy who beat Cody Garbrandt. He's not the guy who beat Cheetah. A little older, a little slower, coming off that injury. Montel Jackson's going to be the pick, but I do have a plus 3.5 bet on Deiveson. I think he's still a good dog here. Experience matters. If he can slow the pace, use some of the veteran savvy, he can steal around. Jacob, what do you think?
You got this guy, Montel Jackson, who was fighting 1 time a year. He beats a decision versus JP Buys, a decision versus Julio Arce, knocks out Rani Yaya, little flash knockout against Damon Blackshear, and then in his last fight, and listen to me fucking real good here, in his last fight, you want to talk about all the wrestling credentials? This guy was taken down out-wrestled and out-grappled with over almost 6 minutes of control time by Daniel Marcos. And now he's a fucking minus 300 favorite versus Figgy? What the fuck is going on? This guy was taken down like he's never wrestled a day in his life. Just a little dump single and controlled by Daniel fucking Marcos, the Peruvian fucking kickboxer. And now we got Figgy coming in, who was taking down Petr Yan, who was taking down Corey Sandhagen, who's taken down fucking Brandon Moreno, who's taken down all these the former fucking champion, and people are wanting to talk about like he's like lost a step or whatever. He was doing okay in that Corey Sandhagen fight. He was forcing the wrestling a little bit. Corey just fought for a fucking belt and he blew out his fucking knee. It is what it is. And now there's like these rumors, there's like this fucking picture circulating from like a year ago about, oh, Figgy's overweight. Go look at his Instagram. The guy's still fucking shredded. He's still fucking Figgy. And if he wants to wrestle this guy, it seems like he can just out-wrestle this guy. And Figgy, at this later stage of his career, has really kind of tried to go all in a little bit more into the wrestling. You saw that with the Garbrandt fight. You saw that with the Cheeto. He's getting takedowns versus Petr Yan. He's getting takedowns versus Corey Sandhagen. If you're getting taken down and controlled for 6 minutes against Daniel fucking Marcos, I'm not betting you at minus 300 versus a former champion, a great grappler in Figgy. Am I playing Figgy? No, because it is Figgy, and Montel's supposed to have the wrestling, and he is going to be the better striker. But you give me Figgy and plus 1,200 submission bet? Yeah, I'm going to fucking play that. That's how I played it, because I think he's going to get a takedown or two. And if he gets a takedown, Montel's going to find himself in some issues, especially early in this fight. Figgy in fucking Rio, the former champion, you just got fucking basically mauled by Daniel Marcos. Yeah, I'll take a flyer sub bet on Figgy. And before everyone's like, dude, Walter Jackson's never been submitted, bro. Walter Jackson's never been submitted, bro. Nobody has been submitted until they get fucking submitted. I'll take plus 1,200 for Figgy to submit this guy all fucking day. There's going to be an opportunity. Whether he wins it, I don't know. That plus 3.5 isn't a bad bet at all, in my opinion. I'm taking him to win the fight. It is what it is.
Yeah, I did the plus 3.5, a little bit of a chicken. I think when they did my mastectomy, they took a little too much out, if you get the drift. I think
Montel is the truth. Taken down and controlled,
dude, the
for
first
6
three
minutes
names,
by fucking Daniel Marcos.
The first three names Jacob rattled off in those wins, all three of them have been cut. None of them are employed by the UFC. None of them are employed by the UFC
fucking
anymore.
grab the single and just went like this. This guy's an Olympic, and Montel just straight to his back pull guard. What?
No, listen, I that's why I did the plus 3.5. Montel Jackson should be faster, should be young. Like, he should be able to win this fight. I have picked him to win, but the plus 3.5, I was like, listen, it is still plus money. Figgy's still Figgy. He's a little undersized here, but he's still a former world champion. He's still a guy that could potentially have some success. We just need him to win one round. I don't think Montel's going to knock him out. And if he doesn't knock him out, we end up in a decision. Like you said, he decisioned JP Bays. That guy was cut because he couldn't find a win. He decisioned.
And that's like the chiniest dude in the fucking world.
Who was the second dude he decisioned?
Julio Arce?
No longer in the UFC. What was the third?
He knocked out Ronnie Yaya.
If he's not cut, he should be. Like, these are not great wins. They're not. The Damon Blackshear win's a good win, and then we just watched him shit the bed against Davey Grant in his last fight. So I am picking Montel Jackson.
Losses are, he lost to Ricky Simone, he got out wrestled. He lost to Brett Johns, he got out wrestled. When he loses, he gets out wrestled. He almost lost against fucking Daniel Marcos because he got out wrestled.
Yeah, listen, I think Montel wins this fight, so I picked him to win. But the bet, plus 3.5, if you don't know what that is, let me explain it very, very quickly. You're betting the spread. If you think about other sports, football, for example, you can bet the spread in football. Your team could lose the game, but they lost by close enough points that you still hit your bet. That's exactly what this is. Yes, you.
You know what this feels like? Remember when Jonathan Martinez went to Rio? And everyone's like, oh, yeah, he's going to beat Aldo. Like, he's just the fucking... He's going to beat... And everyone thought he was going to outstrike fucking Jose Aldo in fucking Rio or whatever, Sao Paulo, whatever that card was.
That was real.
And he went in there and fucking just shit his pants. Yeah, it feels like this is the same situation. Like, Montel is like, oh, he's an Olympic wrestler, all this stuff. against a former champion and fucking Figgy in Rio as the big favorite. And people just assume that he fucking just going to dominate that. It's like, ugh, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm on his side because all the intangibles, younger, faster, but betting the spread, I think Figgy can close the distance and close out that math. He needs to win one round on all three judges' scorecards. So if he loses the 29-28, we get paid. If he wins the fight outright, we get paid. If he loses a split, we get paid. And this is in Brazil. Maybe he gets a homer decision there, or maybe he gets a closer card than he should.
PFL judges.
And we get paid. Dude, I saw people showing like the spreadsheet that was the scorecard. It's like, yikes.
They like redid the scorecard, like, because they had all the math wrong. And then there was Keith Petersen was a judge on one of the fights too, and he had like a random 10-8 on a round that like definitely was not like a 10-8 or something. It was fucking. I saw a few of the score. I didn't watch any of the fights, but from whatever I was talking, it was fucking insane, the scoring.
I saw the same thing. I didn't watch any of the fights, but I saw on Twitter people were like, "What the fuck was that?" So I get it. Maybe we get a little luck there, and that plus 3.5 will cash. If you want to check out every other bet, I just gave you that one for free. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It is only $10 for an entire month. Next up, at UFC Rio, we have the new main event of the evening. We have Charles Oliveira taking on Mateusz Gamrot. Charles Oliveira, the Brazilian sensation, the fan favorite, the most liked person in the UFC right now, and if not all of the UFC, certainly in this division. Charles Oliveira is the all-time submission king. He is 35-11 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off that unfortunate knockout loss to Ilia Topuria, taking on Mateusz Gamrot. 25-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that bounce-back win over Ludovic Klein. I don't need to do the deep dive breakdown of each individual fighter. We know Charles Oliveira can do everything. He has the most amount of submission wins in history. We know Mateusz Gamrot is mostly just a striker who gets dropped very often, but ends up recovering. This is an interesting fight. Charles Oliveira's original matchup was against Rafael Fiziev, and that was supposed to be striker versus striker, and if Charles needed to wrestle, he could, just like he did when he fought Michael Chandler. Charles doesn't have a backup game plan in this fight. He either can knock out Mateusz Gamrot, or he gets taken down and then looks for a submission. He's not going to offensively wrestle here. And taking away the ability to control where the fight goes is kind of problematic. So we're going to end up with Mateusz Gamrot moving forward, shooting a gazillion takedowns. I am actually surprised this line is close. I assume most people would just jump all over Gamrot for shooting a million takedowns. But if you look at it a little more objectively, it's like, okay, Charles can certainly knock out Gamrot. Charles is a great striker, a dangerous striker. Gamrot is dropped in almost every single fight that he is in. I have the official stat here. He has been dropped in 6 of his 11 fights. 6 of his 11 UFC fights he's been dropped. And I think that does include an unofficial dropping by Dan Hooker. If it ends up on the ground, which it definitely will, Charles is the all-time submission king. So he could definitely put Gamrot in some precarious positions. I am still going to lean Gamrot here. I bet on Gamrot, not a ton, but I bet on Gamrot because I think this looks exactly like the Arman Tsarukyan fight. I think Gamrot gets the takedowns. I think he ends up in a couple of tricky positions, but he works his way through and grinds his way to a win. When the only thing you have to worry about is getting submitted, you cannot be submitted. I think he's fine on the feet. I don't think he's going to engage very long. I think he dives at legs, stays safe. Gamrot's going to be the pick. I fully understand everybody on this planet rooting for Oliveira. I just don't know if it's going to happen. What do you think, Jake?
Who the fuck is a Mateusz Gamrot? Who the fuck is a Mateusz fucking Gamrot? Who the fuck is this guy fucking beat in a convincing way? What, fucking RDR? Ludovic a fucking Klein? Let's look at the resume. Loses the fucking Garam. Beats a Scott Holtzman. Beats a Jeremy Stevens. Beats a Diego Ferreira. Arguably loses against Arman. Does lose against Benil. Arguably lost against Jalen Turner. Knee injury versus Fiziev. Beats a 45-year-old RDA that fucking knocks him down.
I was like, okay.
Loses against Dan Hooker and then beats a fucking Ludovic fucking Klein. It's like a lot of these he's almost losing. He's only really convincingly beating the fucking bums coming against Charles Oliveira. You don't think that Charles is going to wrestle? I'd fucking take the wrestling right to fucking Gamrot because you can take him down, and he's a wrestler that when he tries to defend the fucking takedowns and scramble, he gives up his fucking back, or he loves the fucking Granby roll to his fucking core. If I'm Charles Oliveira, I pressure straight into a fucking takedown and say, let's fucking scramble, sweetheart. You want to fucking scramble with me? You want to present that fucking back that you present every fucking time somebody tries to take you down and puts you against a fucking fence? You give up your back like a wrestler to break the hands, or you fucking do that dumbass fucking Granby roll. Let's start rolling around, sweetheart, in fucking Rio against me, fucking do Bronx Charles Oliveira in front of my home fans. You want to fucking start playing jiu-jitsu? Let's fucking play fucking jiu-jitsu. That would be my game plan if I was Charles Oliveira. Bring the fucking Muay Thai, and if he gets fucking spazzy, if he gets fucking froggy, you're gonna fucking drop him and jump on something, but force a fucking shot. Force this guy to give up his fucking back and do those fucking dumbass fucking rolls, and then tire him out a little bit because you got the fucking experience. Yeah, you went 5 rounds against Arman, obviously almost barely lost that fight, and if he's going 6 of 21 in takedowns versus fucking Charles Oliveira, he is going to fucking lose that fight. That's what he did against Arman, because Arman was counter wrestling and defending. When you start getting sloppy against Charles Oliveira, you're going to get fucking hurt, or you're going to get fucking submitted. And that's exactly what's going to happen in this fucking fight. Gamrot ain't a fucking nobody except for a fucking spaz wrestler with shit fucking scrambles, and Charles Oliveira is going to fucking expose this guy, either on the feet or on the fucking ground. Dude Bronx does not lose to these type of people, and he definitely doesn't fucking lose in fucking Rio to a person like fucking Gamrot on short notice. Main event, give me fucking Dude Bronx all fucking day. Who the fuck is a Matthias Gamrot?
Listen, I appreciate the enthusiasm. I'm looking forward to this fight now. I get it. This is going to be, for me, this is going to be exactly what the UFC 320 main event was, where my brain and my heart were in different places. And I was like, I think Ankalaev is going to win this fight, but I will be rooting for Alex Pereira. And I went on and on about how I want Alex to be the first ever 3-division champion. I hope he wins this fight. I'm happy to lose a bet. This is a similar situation. Now, I don't have the same affinity for Charles Oliveira that I did for Alex Pereira, but I would much rather Charles Oliveira win this fight. Gamrot winning doesn't do anything for anybody. And all it does is take down a giant fan favorite, another peg. All it does is muddy the, like, I would love if Charles Oliveira pulled out this win here. I will happily lose the half a unit I threw on Matthias Gamrot. If you love Oliveira, don't tail my bet. Just don't fucking do it. It'd be stupid to do that. So I'll be rooting for Oliveira. I just think he loses the same way he lost to Arman.
Gamrot just fucking gets lit up on the feet, and technically, when you start scrambling, when you don't just give up a takedown, you force a scramble and stuff. He just gives up. His initial reaction is go to his knees and give up his fucking back. You do that against Charles, you just lost the round.
Yeah. Listen, and he gets dropped he's been dropped. I read off the stat. He's been dropped 6 times in 11 fights. I get it. I just think this looks like the Arman fight. That's all I'm saying. And the Arman fight, I was very confident in Arman.
Arman got submitted twice.
He was in trouble, and he worked his way through. Matthias Gamrot's had fucking American top team. He's not going to get
Gamrot
sucked.
is way more wild. Arman is just fucking lay there. Gamrot is a fucking, he doesn't have the type of control that people, there's a reason why he shoots a million takedowns, because he doesn't fucking hold people down. Yeah, just people get up and he reshoots. And he fucking sloppily reshoots and sloppy. He doesn't have control. He doesn't lay on people. You don't see Gamrot in half guard fucking raining elbows down. He's fucking like Murat. He's fucking just holding on like this, and then people get away and he reshoots, and then he's just holding on like this, and then people just holding on like. It's a joke. He ain't a nobody.
Listen, I get it. It is funny though, because like there's a comment here. Gamrot is not Arman. Well, he beat Arman 25 minutes. And I know that was a close fight. It is
matchups made. He doesn't have control that Arman has.
I get it all. And I am not worried. I'm on the Gamrot side. I'm not worried about Gamrot getting subbed. I'm worried about him getting knocked the fuck out. I'm worried about that more than a submission. Because Charles might be like, I had nothing to lose. He might fight like Alex fought. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to bomb away. If you shoot a takedown, fine. You're not going to finish me. I got 25 minutes. I don't care.
Charles went at Islam with a fucking flying front kick and didn't give a fuck. He's not gonna fucking in Rio be like, oh no, where's the takedown gonna come? He's gonna fucking go right at this dude with a fucking knee and a fucking elbow and just see what happens. As he should, because he doesn't have to worry about getting finished. So it's like, all right, take me down. I have 25 minutes to work. I don't give a shit. So listen, I'm on the Gamrot side. I think he stays safe. I totally understand and support the Oliveira side. I want him to win. When I was at UFC 317, I didn't go to the actual fights. We did the press conference and all that. The love that Charles Oliveira got was insane. He would just look in a room and people would go nuts. And that energy is contagious. It stayed with me. I'm turning into a giant Charles Oliveira fan. Gamrot is the lightweight version of Merab. No, he's not. Merab actually has striking. Merab has a chin. He's got striking. He can
Ramos knocked out Corey Stanhagen. Yeah. He does have like that relentless nonstop shoot takedown. Somebody commented, I don't think
he's way more sloppy. Like he's fucking...
I agree. But somebody commented, I don't think Gamrot can wrestle for 25 minutes on short notice. He can. Cardio's not a concern here. Jacob's right with you're going to have to win these scrambles over and over and over and over again, which could be tricky. And Charles might have been wrestling his ass off for this camp, thinking he was fighting Fiziev. Either way, that's the breakdown, guys. Thanks for being here. We genuinely appreciate it. If you want to support the boys just a little bit more, go to the website, wewantpicks.com. Click Become a Member. It's $10. You'll unlock literally everything we have to offer, which is the greatest offering in this space. If you don't want to spend the money, we get it. You can support for free right here. Just click the subscribe button. It costs you nothing to click the like. It costs you nothing to click the subscribe. And that goes a very, very long way growing the channel. We do have an app. The app is 100% free. You can download that as well, whether you are premium or not. You will still get the push notifications, the insight, the information. Inside the app, you'll have full access to every tool we offer, including the data analyzer, the fight simulator, the optimizer, the line movement tracker, the prop hunter, the tape index. Actually, tape index is not inside the app, but the tape index is available in any mobile browser, desktop browser, everywhere else on the web. We also have Bet Sam screaming at you, yelling at what the slam of the week is. We got Artem, the regional Rain Man, and we have the artificial intelligence. Every single thing that we offer, it's only $10, one package. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Quick reminder, Saturday, Jacob and I will be watching the Texas OU game. I will be drinking copious amounts. I don't know if I will get a recap video out for the Rio event. Maybe I do. I hope I do. I usually get myself together pretty good. I don't know. Don't count on it. I maybe get there. I'm planning on it, but I can't be accountable if a recap video doesn't go out. Any last words for the people?
We've been killing it. We appreciate the support. Appreciate you liking the video, subscribing if you're new, becoming a premium member. We are going to be live tomorrow night to try to make it, I think, 7 straight contender series that we're going to be up money just based on fucking watching people hit a heavy bag. Nobody does it better than Papa. So we're going to be back at it, but no stream on Saturday because of Angelo's little fucking party. So,
my favorite Texas tradition. It's not a party.
It's my birthday party.
There it is. There we go. I should have them put birthday things out. Because they're like, do you want
to... Every year it's for my birthday, and then I get there, and then nobody tells me.
Nobody, yeah. Well, because they said, do you want it themed Texas or OU? And I'm like, just split it down the middle.
How about themed salamander? How about
do you have green and speckles?
How about a bunch of fucking dirt and worms?
Oh, that'd be nice. With like, what is it called when we did it as kids? It's just like Oreo crumbles with a gummy worm inside. What the fuck was that called?
It's called dirt and worms.
Is it? Yeah, I thought it had a better name than dirt and worms, but maybe not. Oh, well. Well, dirt and worms. Jacob's birthday's coming up. Wish him one. Thanks, guys, for being here. Genuinely appreciate every last one of you.